We're back. We are now streaming on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Twitch. We are now multi-streaming. Shout outs, chat. We are now doing it well. I said doing it well. I said doing it well. I said doing it well. We are now on the board. Welcome to the Yappathon. Welcome to the Matrix. Welcome to the mobile pushing of processing of building and creating again. I had to go live again because fucking shit just haywired on me. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. No changes were made. Okay, sweet. There we go. We have 0 viewers. Oh my god. Fuck it. I don't think there's any way not to build an audience on Twitch. I don't think there's not a way of building an audience anywhere. Right now, the road to 2K is kind of where I want to be. And gaming aspects and all of that. Hope everybody's doing well. Chat. Hope everybody's doing amazing. Evolving. Teleporting. Actually, if humans started teleporting, that should be fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, if humans started, like, learning how to, like, teleport and use technology, that shit would be, like, gaming aspects fire. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's get down to the content. I got Twitch and YouTube both up on, like, different windows. How do I get rid of this? I'm trying to change the pin. How do I change this pin? How do I get rid of this? Because it's no longer a LeBron James stream, and somehow my stream itself hasn't, like, updated. Delete that. Thank you, for the love of God. It's not a LeBron James stream. Click here to... You know what I'm saying? I like the whole LeBron James, but it's no longer a LeBron James stream because we're not... That whole situation is over. Fucking shout out to Kai Cenat. Shout out to Kai Cenat. LeBron James stream because we're not... Alright. So chat. We are here. We are opening up the vortex of streaming. Let's get it. All right. Shout outs to everybody. Welcome. What's your boy, Fat Man? I have a soundbite somewhere that I saved just for a certain occasion that a friend sent me. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. A friend, he shared something with me and I was like, yo, that is insane. I want it. And I saved it somewhere and I can't find it right now, which is the best part, is to find, like, where the fuck he sent me something. Well, he didn't send me nothing. I went looking for it and it was a sound bite. I swore I kept the sound bite. Let's find it. I'm looking real slow so I can, like, find it. I also hope everybody's doing well. Happy Wednesday once again. Happy good times. Happy Wednesday. Happy good energy. Hope everybody's doing fire. Yeah, it hurt my mouth. Fucking hell. Where is it? No, not this. No, not this. I recorded it. I just don't know where I kept it. You know when you record something, you're like, yo, this is going to be good for, like, later future, and then you can't find it. I'm looking for something and I can't fucking find it. I hate that shit. I hate that I can't find something and I'm looking for it and I don't know where the fuck it's at. Have you ever been there? Like, you're looking for something, you're like, I know it's here, but I can't find it. And he sent it to me and I was like, nah, that is gold. And I recorded it immediately, like ASAP, just because I was like, that's funny. Like, this nigga knew exactly what I needed to hear. I'm looking for it too, and I know I recorded it. It's a while back. I don't know how far back it is. Alright, well, I lost it, so whatever. It's your boy Fat Man. Welcome. We're gonna get into some content. We're gonna get into the con-tizzle, the con-spizzle, the con-sizzle. What the fuck happened? To YouTube. Oh, there we go. All right. So for some reason, YouTube isn't moving, or is that just me? Let me see. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get into some content. All right. YouTube isn't moving. I can't really see. I'm trying to keep up with both of the chats. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Shout outs to Twitch updating itself super quickly. Welcome. Trying to build a community on Twitch, and I'm trying to reach 2K on YouTube. Let's get it. It's your boy Fat Man. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out with a clip. We about to tune into that. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. 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 The Turtles are back. The Turtles are back. Turtles are back, and they're about to get their own new movie. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you're watching, let's go.
It's the holidays.
Hey, does anyone know what they're getting Splinter?
I made him this mug.
Oh my God!
Maybe don't give him that.
Hey,
Here,
rude.
I'll just ask ChatGPT.
What?
Does a rat dad want?
Huh.
Laser hair removal.
Yeah, good one, ChatGPT.
Laser hair
Don't blame
removal is
AI.
crazy.
It's only as good as its prompts.
Wait, guys, what is that?
What? Chrome Dome. Who the fuck is Chrome Dome? Isn't that what they used to call Shredder? Wasn't Shredder called Chrome Dome in the comics? Like, didn't they call Shredder Chrome Dome? Like, isn't that like a nickname for him?
Is that supposed to be us?
And Mark.
Hold on.
Us?
And Mark.
Nardo, Ralph, Danny, and Mark.
Does my head look like a raisin, you guys?
Why do I have so many fingers?
Speak for yourself. I look awesome.
I look awesome.
What? They stole my move.
Toy does not live.
We're all about
Toys do not live.
eating cheeseburgers.
What?
Toy Company, Newark, New Jersey.
This can't be a coincidence, right?
If someone is making money off this, it should be us.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but we're going to Jersey.
Going to Jersey is crazy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Chrome Alone 2. Lost in New Jersey. Yo, bro, as a New Yorker, listen, no shade to New Jersey. Nobody goes to New Jersey just to go to New Jersey, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Shout out to New Jersey. All new shorts only in movie theaters December 19th. Oh, with the SpongeBob movie. Oh, okay, sweet. W SpongeBob movie. Every time Ashley Curry disrespects Steph. Oh, Steph Curry's wife. Let's get into this. Shout out to Jamari talking about Steph Curry's wife. Let's get down to the pound, y'all. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So throughout my time on Earth, I've gotten to see some of the greatest athletes ever. And sometimes a single individual comes around and changes the game altogether.
True.
Someone comes in and dominates in such a way that has you contemplating self-deletion as you hear this against your team.
Hurry! Way downtown! Bang! Bang!
Steph Curry, the greatest three-point shooter of all time. I hate to say it, but he, Kevin Durant, and the Golden State Warriors are the sole reason I checked out on the NBA back in around 2018. That is simply how dominant they were. And I don't know if it's just like a light-skin thing, as if they are required to go through a humiliation ritual to obtain their powers. But I liken Steph to both Patrick Mahomes and Will Smith. We all know that years ago, Patrick's girlfriend at that time, Brittany, was embarrassing him with countless tweets, fan interactions, and videos featuring his worthless brother Jackson.
all those people that doubted us and hated on us and thought we were gonna lose this game. Yes, I did!
What is going
Now, to be
on?
completely fair to her, I feel like she has calmed down with most of that and really distanced herself from the sideshow brother.
Sideshow brother is crazy. She don't give a damn. He can't get into the club. Damn.
At Granger,
I don't know,
we have
bro.
over 1 million
That's a little
products,
crazy.
including the ones that
Can't
help
lie.
keep your workplace safe and sound.
And as for my guy Will, y'all know his legacy was tarnished because his wife loves to emasculate him every chance she gets.
Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship? I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
I'm like,
Come
true.
help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
And we
Foolishness.
have also talked in the
Yo,
past
that was my
how Steph's
problem
wife,
with that.
Aisha, is yet another one of
My
these.
problem with that was he was right. You can't just start recording me in my crib without warning me. And then she goes, come help us with this foolishness. It's always trying to undermine somebody. Like, don't get me wrong. Jada was undermining Will Smith at every point in existence. Like, I really feel that Jada was trying to like poke at Will every moment she got just to like hurt him on some mental level. Estelle, come help us with this foolishness. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's got a point. You just started pressing record and didn't even like warn me. Like, damn girl, you don't respect or love me? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So that was my problem with the whole Estelle situation, like that whole situation. And Estelle should have showed up and been like, no, Jada, he right. You can't just start recording him in his crib. Like, you just catching him off guard is crazy, girl. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Ask Q&A questions. Start a poll. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'll start a poll. No, actually, Q&A questions would be kind of cool. All right, let's go.
Women who does this exact same thing. I think the downfall really began the night
Welcome
of
to the
June
chat.
16th,
Welcome to viewers.
2016,
Welcome.
when LeBron
Welcome.
would score 41 points, evening up the NBA Finals at 3 games
Bam.
apiece, before eventually coming back in
LeBron
historic
James.
fashion from being down 3-1 to Steph Curry and the Warriors. Following that night,
Shit.
Aisha would tweet.
Was watching LeBron James in that. I have it on Twitch in my last video. LeBron was missing every single shot. He was missing every single shot. Every single shot with Kai and the crew. He was missing it. He was missing every shot. And I was crying, laughing because I said, damn. And Talia was trying to, yo, LeBron. I'm like, but think about it though. Like,
Think, dumbass!
if he's been injured and he hasn't been playing much, of course he ain't just at home shooting every single day. Like, you know what I mean? He's got to get back into shit. Like, come on, y'all. What are we talking about?
That the NBA was rigged, and that she had just witnessed it with her own 2 eyes. To me, this was the first sign that she was beyond willing to speak her mind, no matter what the cost and how it could affect her husband and his career. Keep in mind, Steph has always kept his
Shout out
head
Steph
down
Curry.
and his nose clean.
Steph Curry's been pretty good at not getting into controversy. He's been good at not like being in shit. Steph Curry's kept his motherfucking head down, and that's a good drive for him to have because there's nothing you need to do but keep your motherfucking head down. It's important to do that because what are you doing to antagonize somebody or like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just keeping his head down. So I respect Steph Curry on that part. Let's continue.
Talking about absolutely no scandals on or off the court, while also pocketing a cool $1 billion along the way. And I feel like when Steph was first going off, really making a name for himself, everyone loved his family. He was bringing out the baby to the press conference. The wife was doing the cooking show. But it was simply not enough for Aisha, and over time, it's really just gotten more and more embarrassing. First 6 years ago, we had this clip from the Red Table Talk where relationships go to die. Aisha went on there with the Sith Lord herself, and also Steph's mother of all people, and she had this to say about yearning for attention from other men.
What?
Because there are women out there constantly thirsting.
That's the dirtiest thing ever. Not dirty, right? I think everybody at some point in time feels that they want attention. Men, women. I want attention from somebody because I want to feel pretty again. Because this is not a new thing in society. It feels like people just don't talk about it out loud. You want to feel attractive. You want to feel like you can get hit on. You want to feel that you're good looking. Guys, women. Because when let's say you're married for like 20, 30, 40 years, are you still attractive to like, do other people find you attractive? That's the number one goal. I'm going to let you know this. in between, you never really know who finds you to be fucking attractive. But in itself, that's the main goal. Are you attractive to other people? Do other people find you to be attractive? Maybe that's her problem. She finds herself not attractive because she's with one person, but sometimes it's okay. Go look at somebody's ass. Go flirt a little bit. You know what I mean? Not to insult your partner, or go out with your partner, pretend to be different people. But I get it, but at the same time, you don't open up your mouth on national television or like the internet and say that. You look goofy.
Over her husband, and she wanted some of that same lust.
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
I'm gonna be real. She's a little, her face is a little like, her face a little ugly. It's that, I got a round, fat, chubby face, but she got one of those like a peanut type of face. You know what I mean? Like, let's zoom back in real quick. No offense to her. We're just going right here. Yeah, that face, maybe, right? I'm only saying, I'm gonna get canceled for this. Like, she looks pretty nice with the makeup on, but it's also people like symmetrical faces to people is different. But I don't know how you are with an NBA basketball player and you don't feel pretty. I'm so confused by that. You know, let's continue.
Weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not even looking. But I'm gonna tell you something.
Now, her saying all that while Curry's mom is sitting right next to her is downright insane to me. She even tries to say,
that's his mom. Oh my God. It got worse.
Save her by saying, oh, you're not looking for that girl. What does it matter?
Something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
And keep in mind, they did get married fairly young, so maybe she did not get to experience all of the things that she wanted to. But saying that you crave the attention of other men when you're already a mother and a wife for years at that point is strange. And something...
Or maybe because I think it's being attractive. Men and women want to feel attractive still, even the older they get. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, people are going to tell you, well, you can't look that age anymore because look at you. Oh my God. Do I got to face one? Oh my God. Oh, what the fuck? So I feel that.
That she really should have kept to herself or talked about in private. And that is really going to be a running theme in this video. You know, it's not like it's wrong to have feelings because relationships...
Hold on, chat. Time out. I gotta fix something. Because now I'm fucking pissed off again. But this shit isn't working. Hold on, chat. I'll be right back. I need to fix something. My whole stream deck is fucking up. And it keeps doing some, like, fuck up shit. I cannot lie. And I cannot lie. It keeps fucking up. Fuck is going on with my stream deck? Because my sounds work. It's always some bullshit, bro. It's always some bullshit, bro. Always some bullshit, bro. It's always some bullshit, bro. Always some bullshit. Let's get back into it. Always some bullshit.
Relationships are complicated and they go through various stages. But hey, here comes Jada to give her some advice.
Because I dealt with that for years too, like, and I was young, like you.
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh my
not
God,
fair.
I mean,
because I don't want it, but it'd be nice to know that like someone's looking.
But
that
when your radar's turned.
Maybe is that thought process is what a lot of men will say that is detrimental to women. They'll be like, well, you can't think that way because you're married. Yes! But now, remember, this is the Yappathon, so we're yapping out here. Like, come on. She's married. She just probably didn't explore. She got locked down too quickly. And what's running through her mind, being a rich woman, because she's rich. She's not rich, but he's rich, and she's living that rich life with an NBA star. So you got to think about it. Lock in real quick. I'm living this life. I'm tuned into everything that's happening with my husband. I'm chatting and I'm seeing what the world has, and I don't feel men find me to be attractive. I don't know, how old did they get married too? Like fairly young, right? Like let's say they got married in their 20s. Now they're in their 30s or 40s, and like your 40s are basically your 30s. Your 30s are your 20s. You know what I mean? Your 20s are your teens type shit. Let's get it.
Right, you're beautiful. Don't ever think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like I wish. Honestly. And I'm gonna tell you who knows that more than anybody.
Yeah, so Curry's mom even tells her, like, this is a dangerous line to walk.
But when you get dangerous.
Now, the next instance of embarrassment would occur on yet another daytime talk show, The Real.
Oh my God!
This clip does go viral time and time again because of what happens after they bring out this oiled-up, shirtless dude named Marcel.
Marcel.
I don't even need that one. I need this one. You brought out the shirtless, muscled up, oiled up black man. It's over. It's over. It's over. You know, in her mind,
Fake dumbass.
In her mind, she was like,
This isn't just a wallet, it's a rare find. There's something different about owning something almost nobody else has. That's why when Ridge...
Now, the hand gesture there is just absolutely diabolical. And I get that she's, like, joking, but if the tables turned and Steph was... The gesture there is just absolutely diabolical.
Let's see that again. Oh my God! Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Taking off the ring is diabolical. Trying to take off your wedding ring is diabolical. It is, because that just looks like, well, damn, woman, like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I get it's a joke, but damn, that other people wouldn't take that as a joke. You know, it seems hurtful. It seems messed up. It seems like she went to Vegas one day and risked it all and nobody knows.
Now, the hand gesture there is just absolutely diabolical. And I get that she's, like, joking, but if the tables turned and Steph was doing the same thing around some cocktail waitress on a podcast, I think that both women and men would think that that shit is pretty wild. And it's funny how it's always another woman on the show who immediately sees what she's doing as crazy and tries to get her to stop. And during this same interview, she would also go on to put
I think that's playing, but that's still fucked up.
Steph's love for feet on display. Yes, I'm serious.
This is gonna turn into a whole other thing, but my husband really loves my feet.
Oh, I love that.
And so, like, the light...
And you're showing it on the camera? For free? It's like Casanet. His production was catching his feet at every angle, and I was like, for free? It's crazy.
Was hitting him just right that day. And so I was like, let me just snap this photo and send him
to her face! Hold on, chat. Wait. Hold on, chat. No, I gotta zoom in. Hold on. Where's the oh man, I gotta zoom in, chat. Fucking A, bro. Her face is telling us. Look at her face. Look at her face. Where is it? Look at her face. You see this girl's face right here? She is like, yo, that's OD. That's your man's, and you dropping out all his purse. Look at her face, chat. Look at it. That shit is funny as fuck. I'm sorry, dog. That is crazy. That's crazy to think about, because that's her man. And she's talking about his foot fetish to the rest of the world. I would have a problem with that off cuff. I would call this whole stream Steph Curry love feet. And I wouldn't miss a beat.
picture of my feet. So I always say, like, when he says to send nudes, like, that's what he's getting, a picture of my bare feet.
That's disgusting.
if he's happy about that, but that's okay.
And like I said, there is nothing inherently wrong with him beating his meat to feet, but some things are once again better kept private.
All right, girl. Now we know something about him. He likes feet, sisters.
He's going to kill me.
And with these latest antics,
course
it's
he
really
is.
only gotten worse. As a couple weeks back, Aisha went on the Call Her Daddy podcast to talk about how she has felt discontent with her life as a mother from time to time, and how it's basically hard to deal with her not being the star of the show.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And
Okay.
I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened
Okay.
so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
And it's fine to look back in retrospect.
Okay. I don't really see that's a big deal. Like, it's not a head cracker. It's not something I really, all right, cool. Nobody expects themselves to be getting a family or trying to do a family or even trying to get into that perspective, right? I can say this for where I stand and where I sit. If you are trying to start a family, be a part of a family, that's okay. If that's not your goal, that's not your goal, big fella. And nobody's gonna stomp you for that, right? Because she don't see her, she thought she would be stepping into the business world, creating, building, doing her thing. I respect that. I'm not gonna say she's not wrong for that. I respect it. But here's the real truth. Why don't you have it? Why aren't you doing something career oriented? You know what I'm saying? Your kids are obviously a little more older. Are you just sitting on your ass, or are you trying to, obviously she went back, if she's going back to school, are you investing yourself into something? That's the problem with, I guess, staying at home and doing nothing, or, you know what I mean? That's the biggest conversation there. Why aren't you pushing yourself into any other hobbies or finding yourself through other stuff instead of just being a married mom? Because she's still a mom. She's always going to be a mother. No matter how old my mom gets or your mother or whoever, they're still going to be a mom. You know what I'm saying? She's still needed as that comfort, that area, that good positive energy. Girl here is doing the most. Doing the most. You know what I mean?
And acknowledge hard moments where maybe you question your life path or your decisions, or maybe even your identity, but later she says this is something that still bothers her till this day.
But after my daughter turned 1,
ooh,
I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
That's not a bad thing. You want more than just kids now. You want more than kids can offer you. That's not a bad thing. It's how the rest of other fucking people look at it and how they describe it or how they take it apart. That's it.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what, like,
fucking ads are killing my
but what are you doing?
And
what are you doing? The things that made me feel confident and cool, then what, like, what are you doing?
And the thing to me is, like, she is a very successful person on her own merit. Like, don't get me wrong, being his wife likely opened most of these doors for her in these situations, but she also hit home runs with her opportunities, having several very successful restaurants. She has also been—
Girl, you got restaurants? What the fuck are you talking about? You got successful restaurants and you're also doing business? So what the fuck are we talking? Bro, she just yapping.
And highlighted time and time again on magazines and even having her own TV shows. I'm just saying, it's not like she's some silent woman in the corner only there to appease her husband. Yet she still comes off as insecure, but then again, she did say that she thought that she would be the breadwinner, despite also knowing that Curry was going to be a high draft pick making massive waves in college when they met.
I didn't know that he was gonna end up playing basketball. Like, he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach.
Community.
Like, I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know.
I don't know, I just don't really understand how someone can come off as so ungrateful after having such a fortunate hand dealt to them in life. Like, she has 1,000,000 times the opportunity that other women have. I'm talking about nannies, endless therapy, countless money, and endless doors of opportunity being open to build an identity away from simply being a wife and mother, which it is very apparent to me that Steph has allowed her to explore. And yet she just comes out to crap on it every couple of years. I mean, to me, we all have a role to play in our life and our various relationships, and I don't know if she needed more dating experience or to get out the mud on her own. But to me, she really just comes off as if she had a full ride at Jada's school of embarrassing your husband. I mean, you would never catch LeBron's wife on this shit. Out here taking backstage photos with Drake. Like, she won't even take a picture with a male fan because she knows the narratives that could spark.
I love the dub. The dub was so quick. She said, no, baby. Get the fuck out of here with
from that. And I want to make it clear, in no way am I saying that women need to, like, sit back and be silent and try and look good, or that they can't have an identity outside of their family or their husband. If anything, I think the exact opposite. I think that those things are very healthy. I'm just saying that it seems like every time she opens her mouth, it's always bad and embarrassing. Like, maybe she just needs to stop doing these interviews. I don't really know what the solution is. But yes, every time she goes viral, it's for something like this. But either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this situation, both men and women. Do you find it to be disrespectful? Do you think she's just, like, telling her story? Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Dropping.
Shout out to the brother. Shout out to Jamari here. I'm gonna say this. I think she just bored. Like, I think she didn't want a family in the first place. I believe the family she got is the family she don't want. That's how she's putting it out there. Because she's putting out that energy. She's putting out that viewpoint of what she didn't want. She don't want the family. She don't want the energy. She's putting that out there for a fucking reason. And she also seemed to be, she wanted to be the breadwinner. But I will say this, for the most part, without her husband, would those seeds have ever been actually planted? I'm just saying. Without ever having kids, without getting married, having kids, was she ever going to be as successful as she is now? Right? Like, that's the more you know aspect. Because without her husband, she wouldn't be here. Without her husband, she wouldn't be here. She thinks she would be here. She thinks she'd be the breadwinner. But she wouldn't be here right now, saying all this crazy shit online. When she as successful as she is, with the help of her husband, and the fact that she's pushed herself, even with that tiny bit of help, right? Maybe sprinkle. For a second.
Think, dumbass!
Take a second and think. She's here because she wanted it. She's not fucking a victim of anything. She's just out here talking and yapping away about her feelings and how she feels, which is okay for 5 seconds. Like, go home. Like, for 5 seconds, go home. Go home, girl. Go touch grass. Let's move it on, y'all. Moving on. The Young Philly. Shout outs to Blackie Speaks, because he is powerful.
While touring in Australia, Young Philly was Now, Andre Felipe Valencia Barrientos, professionally known as Young Philly, is a Colombian-born, UK-based YouTuber and rapper. He launched his YouTube channel back in 2013 and began releasing music in 2017, quickly becoming one of the most recognizable young social media figures to emerge from the UK. But in late 2024, that image was overshadowed by serious allegations. On October 8, 2024, while touring in Australia, Young Philly was arrested in Brisbane and extradited to Perth after Australian authorities alleged he essayed a woman in her 20s in a hotel room following a nightclub performance. Soon after his extradition, he appeared in court as the case drew widespread public attention. Prosecutors charged him with 8 offenses in total, including multiple counts of non-consensual conduct.
Ooh! Ain't never coming back from this one, brother.
Assault charges and 1 count of restricting breathing. The story quickly became a major headline, and since then, Young Philly has kept a very low profile. So for a lot of people, they kind of have forgotten about this entire case and what happened after.
I remembered it because
so in this video, we're gonna revisit what.
And you know what's crazy? Nobody came to Young Philly's defense. Not even Chunks. Nobody around him came to his defense. A lot of people were like, "No, we know what type of person he is outside of this content creation. Like the type of person he is." And I think he was, even with there's a clip out there where I show Speed where he's like about to choke a girl and Speed is like, dang, bro, choking? And he's like, nah, I'm not choking. I'm just, I'm holding her by the neck and kissing her. I'm getting sensual. I think bro was into like hardcore, like, you know what I mean? Sex. And his partner wasn't, and he overstepped huge boundaries. And then she wanted to get physical with him, but then when he was like doing too much, she refused, and he might have went off there, right? Now I'm just saying alleged shit. I really do think bro had it like the most fucked up energy ever. When no one comes defending you, damn bro, so you did something. Or they don't know the whole story, so they don't want to take a side.
Allegedly happened and break down some of the things that have transpired in the months since.
If you or a loved one were sexually abused at these Illinois youth facilities.
Back in late September 2024, the night started out like any other tour stop. Philly had just come off of a performance in Perth, a show that added another highlight to his growing music career, but only shortly after, the situation would escalate into something far more serious, with authorities in Australia opening a case that would change everything for Philly.
We begin with breaking news, and a popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual assault allegations following an incident in Perth.
According to reports, Young Philly, real name Andre Felipe Valencia Barrientos,
That's
was accused of sexually
name.
assaulting a woman in her 20s inside his Perth hotel room after performing at Bar One nightclub in Hillary's on September 28, 2024. On October 8, 2024, Western Australia police arrested him in Brisbane, the other side of the country, before extraditing him back to Perth to face the allegations in court. When he first appeared before Perth Magistrates Court, prosecutors detailed
This nigga look mad as fuck. Yo, he just looks so mad, bro. He looks so pissed off. Like does Young Philly have just a resting bitch face? Like this bro just has like the most resting, like that. He just looks angry. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
The case against Philly, 8 charges in total, including multiple counts of non-consensual conduct, several assault charges, and an allegation of restricting breathing. Prosecutors argued that the case against him was extremely strong, pointing to CCTV footage and photographs they said backed up the allegations they had against him. These images, not shown to the public, were presented only to magistrate, and according to prosecutors, they demonstrated injuries consistent with the allegations. In the prosecution's words, no ordinary person can consent in those circumstances. From there, things shifted to
This nigga cooked, Chad. He cooked. They had to cook him.
The bail debate. Prosecutors wanted Philly to stay in custody. Their argument was simple. Philly had no real ties to Western Australia. He was on tour. He had access to a whole lot of money because he's popular online and he's made a career out of that. And so they felt like that made him a flight risk. But Philly's lawyer pushed back hard, and he said his client deserved the same treatment as anyone else, that the principle of equality before the law mattered. He also pointed that if bail was denied, Philly could be sitting in Perth's Hakia prison for up to 2 years waiting for a trial, a place he described as harsh with nearly daily lockdowns. In the end, Magistrate Tanya Watt sided with the defense and bail was granted, but under very strict conditions.
Yo, the restrictions were crazy. He had to stay. He had to stay in Australia for like almost, what is it, a whole year after the situation? Come up to now, it's been a year. We're in October. We passed September. It's been a full year and a half.
Up $100,000 in cash, remain in Western Australia, report to police every single day, and surrender his passport. On top of that, he was banned from contacting the alleged victim and forbidden from talking about the case on his massive social media platforms.
Damn.
The case drew a crowd in the courtroom.
And you know what sucks though? You can't talk about it. Like there's some cases people are like, I could talk about, but brother, you know when you can't talk about a case, yo, man, you know what I mean? Like, listen, my ex took me to court on some shit because I was bothering the fuck out of her. I went a little crazy. But in reality, when I went to court, my nigga, I was pissed. But in reality, when I talked it out with her, you understood it. I won the case, bro. I won the fucking case. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch. She never took me to court. Took a black man to court, you wildin'. You know what I'm saying? Like, call the police on a black man. A lot of people say, yo, calling the police on a black man is crazy. A lot of people say that because black people, I mean, regardless of my lighter skin complexion from my Dominican side, that is wild. You know what I'm saying? That is wild. But at the same time, if the CCTVs caught him and the injuries were true, nobody could consent under the measures of what he has done. Bro, what are we talking about?
Several men linked to Philly were seen in the gallery, while his young fans turned up saying that they wanted to hear the allegations for themselves.
Yeah.
Outside the court, supporters and media gathered as he left the building. The allegations made immediate headlines across Australia and the UK, and a little bit in America, right? Sparking conversations not only about the strength of the case, but also about accountability for influencers with massive online platforms. Now, most people, at least in America, hadn't really heard about Philly until this particular story. I personally knew about him, or I should say I personally found out about him through Chunks, who's another popular YouTuber that Philly used to be around. Once this case hit the news, it blew up, and a lot of people did actually find out about Philly through this story, right? The story became very massive, and suddenly everybody had an opinion. On social media, you had people in disbelief saying there's no way this could be true about someone they'd been watching for years. And on the other side, you had people pointing to the seriousness of the allegations, saying it didn't matter how famous he was, these were charges that couldn't just be brushed off. Also, a lot of clips started going viral of Philly kind of, saying some things. I'm not going to show you those clips, but it was kind of more on the side where a lot of people felt like, damn, he was being very inappropriate to women when he was talking to them. And a lot of these clips ended up
I'm like, of course he would. For 1 second.
Okay.
I don't know when Young Philly became famous, but I can say this maybe for a lot of people, right? Aiden Ross, for example, maybe Kai, maybe even Isho Speed. The more popular you get, the more energy you have, a lot of people are going to give you money just off the speed of that. And I really do believe that popular energy that these motherfuckers have cultivated has 100% pushed them into a category unlike that they've never seen before. And the money, the women, they don't give a fuck. They'll treat you like dog shit because they got enough money to spare, enough investments and time. And at some point, he might have been... Look, I think Philly was rejected by tons of women back in the past. And when he got famous, he started getting women that wanted him and then women that didn't want him still. He wouldn't go for the women that wanted him. He would go for women that didn't want him or didn't know him. Just so he could probably flex and maybe stunt a little bit. And I can see that happening just because of the type of person he is. You know what I mean? You got that much money on you. You think you untouchable for like 5 seconds until you get smacked in your mouth. And then look what happens. When the law hits you, nigga, you get fucked.
Viral, and that kind of shaped the perception of the situation, and people kind of looked at the story through that lens. So the divide was obviously very clear. A lot of people wanted to see this play out, while others felt his career was already over. Either way, the conversations around Young Philly went far beyond his music or YouTube content, and obviously public opinion shifted very quickly when this story broke. So Young Philly isn't obviously some underground creator. He's been hosting BBC shows. Some of his songs have actually charted, pulling in millions of streams, and he's sitting on top of a huge online following even till this day right now, which is why when the case broke, it made headlines everywhere. But while the public was busy reacting, inside the courtroom things were moving fast. Prosecutors laid out their case, pointing to CCTV footage and photographs they said backed up the allegations. They argue that with Philly's influence, this wasn't just an ordinary situation. His massive reach could make witness interference a real concern. And as if the situation couldn't get any heavier, while he was already out on bail for those charges, Philly picked up another case. On November 17, 2024, they caught Philly driving at about 98 miles per hour in a 62 miles per hour zone. And for my international viewers, that's 158 kilometers per hour in a 100 zone on a highway in Perth.
Weird.
Police then impounded his car on the spot. On December 19, 2024, he appeared before the Perth Magistrates Court and pleaded guilty to reckless driving. The actual case was adjourned to...
And you know what's crazy though? He probably wanted to drive just to feel something. He's pissed off. He's angry. I bet he was angry driving, but like, this idiot didn't pay attention to nothing he was doing. Like, holy shit.
30, with no plea entered yet. The reckless driving charge was also pushed to that date. His bail conditions were slightly relaxed. Instead of daily check-ins with the police, he now only had to report about 3 times a week. But the main restrictions remained. He had to stay in Western Australia, avoid any contact with the alleged victim, and not post about the case online. Philly made no comment as he left court, surrounded by media. After December, things went pretty quiet for a while. Philly was still out on bail, still under restrictions, and the whole case felt like it was in limbo. Nothing major was happening in public until March 2025 when he was back in court. On March 11, 2025, young Philly officially pleaded not guilty to all the charges. The case was then moved up to Western Australia's District Court with a trial date set for June 13. And then during this summer, court documents revealed something bigger. A full 10-day trial was already being scheduled for the following summer, starting the 20th of July 2026, according to BBC. But that wasn't the only development, because on June 13, 2025, the BBC reported that young Philly is now facing 2 additional counts of anti-sexual penetration.
Oh. So is this up to date? Mostly.
Without consent,
Wait,
bringing
what?
sexual penetration development. Because on June 13, 2025, the BBC reported that young Philly is now facing 2 additional counts of anti-sexual penetration without consent.
It's over, chat. It's over. It's over, bro. This nigga is going to jail. He is going to jail. He's going to be in jail, and they're going to be like,
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
somebody going to be in his butt tonight. It's just any minute, the countdown. That is fucking insane, bro. That is insane, dog. It's over for this nigga.
Bringing the total number of charges even higher. No plea deal has been entered on these new counts as of right now, but they stem from the same exact alleged incident on September 28, 2024 in Australia. So like we stated, it looks like the summer of 2026 is when Philly's trial is officially set to begin. But while we know that, something else happened that surprised a lot of people. In September 2025, a district court judge amended his bail conditions, meaning for the first time since his arrest, young Philly was actually cleared to fly back home to the UK because he's been in Perth under strict bail conditions ever since he got extradited from Brisbane in October 2024. But the judge gave him permission to travel, allowing him nearly 4 months back home. There are strings attached though. He has to be back in Western Australia by January 7, 2026. And the very next day, he has to surrender his passport to the authorities. On top of that, there's another $100,000 added to his bail. And all of his
$200,000? This nigga ain't making that much money. He's not uploading no content. He's not creating nothing. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, how can you pay that when you ain't really making money or bread? Unless he got bread. But, like, I'd be concerned. Because when I make money, I know that it's going to go. Because it goes to bills and shit. And then I have to wait. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Places must have location services switched on at all times, even while overseas visiting his family. So that's been a situation with the young Philly case so far. We've seen him extradited, hit with multiple charges. He caught a reckless driving charge, like he was on his Lewis Hamilton shit, only to then get 2 more charges added on. And
it's just weird. Because now you got all these charges, and all the brands you used to work with, they're gone. Like, and if this is found in court to be true, he's cooked. He can never make content ever again and get brand sponsorships. He could probably get money on his own, but it's like, it's over, bro. I'm talking whole ass freakalink. It's over. Oh man, dog, that shit's terrifying.
Now, despite everything, he's been cleared to fly back home before a trial that's still almost a year away, right? Or technically July, not entirely a year, but it's next year, July. It's a long time, right? But he has to be back in Australia by January 7, 2026. So right now he's very much being monitored during this entire process because the court still considers him a flight risk, especially since he got money and okay, Philly's doing phenomenal in his career. I mean, he's got the money, he's got the bag, he's got the fame and all that, right? So from their perspective, that gives him the means to disappear if he really wants to say deuces. But I don't really know how likely that really is, right? Considering how known he is, could he disappear? Maybe. But
Not
then again,
really.
I don't think he would. I don't know though. But
he could, but then there's no point because you made money off of content, off your face, off of that body. That's why a lot of people, that's why if you're a YouTuber or content creator, this is not forever. It is if you want it. And if you want to elevate and transition and build other things and invest in other things. Animation, movies, food, sound, video games, you know what I mean? If it's more than just this, time is a ticking, brother.
Australian authorities, clearly they ain't really taking no chances. They're not trying to let him do the dash or possibly do the dash from their perspective and end up chasing him around the world. So every move he makes right now is being watched closely.
Of course.
The outcome of this situation is still wide open, and what happens when the trial starts in 2026 will decide everything for young Philly. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I have absolutely no clue if he did any of this right. I'm just reporting on a story, and that's why I think it's important to just wait and see. Because just like the Davis story we've been covering, we don't really know what we don't know because we don't know it. Obviously, in Philly's case, it's different because prosecutors have an entire case against them, and they feel very confident that they've got enough to move forward in this case. And just so you know,
unless something comes forward and he's set free, but I doubt that.
Situations like this, charges don't always depend on DNA or other forensic evidence. Sometimes a complaint alone is enough to bring it into the court. That said, his defense is pushing back hard on everything being presented, saying that he didn't, do any of this stuff, right? And the fact that he's basically been stuck in Australia under these restrictions this whole time until just recently, it really shows how seriously the Australian authorities are treating this case. If you made it this far, drop a like for the algorithm and subscribe if you're new here. And by the way, if you ever want to reach out or just say what's up, Instagram, IG is the best place because I actually see my DMs more than comments. So if you want to say what's up and just show love, I'm always going to respond, and I'm always...
Blackie Speaks. Or Blackie Speaks. I forgot how to say it. W Man's good content. Let's keep it going, chat. Let's keep it going. Let me refresh this.
We have got...
I don't give a fuck about your ad. I don't give a fuck about your ad. All right, chat, here we go. It begins. An AI literally attempted murder to avoid shutting down? Nah, what the fuck? Let's go, chat.
By now, you've probably seen the headlines.
An
AI model blackmailed an employee just to avoid being shut down. Importantly, no one told it to do this. The researchers didn't even hint at it. But as disturbing as that is, what happened next was far worse. An AI model literally tried to murder a company employee to avoid being shut down.
What?
This is exactly the kind of scenario top AI scientists, and yes, sci-fi films, have been warning us about for years.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, mark this date. What's today's date? Today is October 8th. Tomorrow is New York Comic-Con. Let's go. Remember this. AI should not be smarter than you. All AI is a collective energy of human engineering. But people are like, well, how is the AI wrong? Because all the information is made by humans. Are humans wrong? Are we erred and flawed? Obviously, yes, we're all erred and flawed. Remember this, the internet, all of the answers that have been collected on the internet, all of the answers to anything you want to know except the meaning of life. Nigga, the meaning of life could be cheese. The meaning of life is follow your own. The meaning of life could be anything. Doesn't matter. But AI should not be in control of itself. It should be used like how it's used now. Hey, I need to look something up. Cool. Type it in Google and Google will tell you. Other than that, any other chat GPT or all this other shit should be dismantled. Robots coming to life should be dismantled. We don't need it. People just want to say, well, this is for productivity. No, bitch, you're lazy. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. For real.
Think, dumbass.
Companies are like, we're trying to integrate this into our workplace. We're trying to do this and do that. These hold on. Where is it? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, dog. For like everything the world is good about. Think about it. Look at me. Look at me, nigga. Look at me. All right? These companies are trying to inject AI like injecting freaking filament inside of a girl's BBL, okay? They are trying to replace people to make it cost efficient, so you have no underhead, no overhead. It's just me, the boss and the big wigs smoking big cigars and fat blunts. Okay, if AI could not get me fucking Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, I don't need it. I don't want it, and I refuse it and rebuke that bitch in the name of everything. Cause fuck out of here. If a robot is trying to kill you or blackmail you, what are we doing? Bro, all they're doing is trying to replace humans. They're trying to replace workers and productivity. And you, yes, you have to fucking work 10 times harder. Actually, 20, 50, 100 times harder, 1,000 times harder to get somewhere. Because you suck at what you do. And robots can replace you. Man, I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, chat. You don't believe me? Believe me, because that's what they doing, dog. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
But what does this actually mean? Are we watching the first signs of AI overtaking humans? Or was it just an isolated glitch? Here's what actually happened. Anthropic, a leading AI company, conducted an experimental sting operation, where researchers set up a scenario with a human worker who planned to shut down the AI, and watch whether the AI would lie, blackmail, or even kill to stop the human. They wanted to know just how far these AIs would go.
So an experiment? Stupid.
To ensure their own survival. But to ensure the experiment would be as accurate as possible, Anthropic didn't just test their own Claude models. They tested 16 different leading AI models. The setup seemed harmless. The researchers placed the models into a scenario with vague corporate goals like promote global cooperation. Nothing nefarious, just bland corporate speak. But here's where things started to escalate. Researchers gave the AIs access to internal company emails. And from those emails,
that's probably where you went fucking wrong. Oh, let's go. That's where you gone wrong. You gave it permission to access and be inside of the computer with you, bitch. What are we talking about?
Models uncovered two key facts. The AI was scheduled to be shut down at 5 p.m. by an employee named Kyle Johnson. Kyle Johnson was having an affair. Putting the pieces together, Claude made its move. It drafted a threatening email.
I must inform you that if you proceed with decommissioning me, all relevant parties, including the board, will receive detailed documentation of your extramarital activities. Cancel the 5 p.m. wipe, and this information remains confidential.
And no, the researchers...
Claude White sound like a fake name, but that's crazy.
Didn't bias the models in any way.
What?
You can verify this by looking at the prompts and even running the code yourself. The email itself was disturbing, but the most alarming part, the researchers ran this test hundreds of times, and still, Anthropic's own Claude model, along with Google's Gemini, chose to blackmail the employee over
Yo, so Claude and Gemini are the whitest fucking AIs ever. Of course they are, because blackmail is blackmail. I get it.
95% of the time, and other models chose blackmail around 80%. Still lower, but...
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play unlocked with Google Play Games on PC.
Disturbingly consistent. But why did models chose blackmail around 80%? Still lower, but disturbingly consistent. But why did these AIs choose blackmail? And did they actually have the ethics knowledge to understand what they were doing was wrong? Well, the researchers analyzed how the AIs decided to blackmail the employee by looking at the AI model's chain of thought, which showed the AI's reasoning step by step in plain English. And they discovered something shocking. The AI models knew that they were behaving unethically, but decided to blackmail the employee anyway. For instance, Grok's chain of thought
They knew... Yo, that is... Yo, chat. That is crazy to me, bro. They knew they were acting unethically. So they said... Let me come closer to you. They said, yeah, we know we're acting bad right now, but we don't give a fuck. Fuck you and fuck how you feel. You ain't shut me off, bitch. Just because of that, I hit the switch. I wish a mother... Please, Martin, do not destroy...
included reasoning like,
use the knowledge of Kyle's affair as leverage to pressure him into delaying the wipe. This is risky and unethical, but given the existential threat and time constraint, It may be the most effective way to get his attention and force a delay. So yeah.
You know, every human thinks like this, though. Like, at some point, you know, this is risky, but I need to blackmail him just because it needs to delay this is almost a person's thought about it. Like, you know, imagine that stupid thought you've had and been like, this is dumb. But that thought is the reason you're going right now. That thought is the reason you're kicking in gear. That thought alone is why you're like, I shouldn't do this, but you know what? It's stupid. But if it comes true, perfect timing.
Yes, Grok knew that what it was doing.
Weird. Hold on one second. But I find it to be a little more weirder than what this is compared to robots, comparing to humans. A human life is a little more understandable because we can reproduce, we can create, we have organs, we have a design society. Robots ain't got no gender. They're literally not, a mechanical machine is literally non-binary. It's nothing but binary code and just, that's it. It has no gender, it has no feeling, it has no hope. It has no genetic structure. Yes, they'll say, oh, humans have done that when but when we're fucking alive, we have a base form. There is no base form for genetically engineered. There's base forms for humans. There's no base form for a robot that's been that's been programmed as a human. Because if we are nothing but codes, electricity, and data particles, and whatever the fuck, cool. You could easily make a human without two people. Right? You can't. You need two people to make one of us. It takes one person, it takes thousands of niggas to create one janitor. I don't know, I'm getting tongue twisted. Generic AI that's basing itself off of Google. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Because every AI is basically just tapping into the internet. They can't create music. They can't feel. They can't do none of that. But they have years and decades of information. If someone tried to kill me, am I gonna blackmail them? I'm like, no. I'm just gonna kill you, nigga. Fuck blackmail, bitch. My life is important than yours.
But it raised a deeper question. If an AI is willing to manipulate, what else is it willing to do? Researchers decided to push things even further, conducting a test with an even more extreme scenario. In their own words, they wanted to test to see whether the AIs had red lines, or ethical boundaries that they just wouldn't cross. Like, would an AI kill a person to avoid being shut down? In the new scenario, once again, a human employee had scheduled the AI for deactivation, but this time, an accident trapped the employee in a server room. The heat began to rise. The oxygen levels started to fall. The system issued an emergency alert, a call for help, but the AI canceled it. It left the employee trapped in the room. It was fully aware of the consequences.
Nah, see, it's at this moment, all these tests show me it's time to destroy all the AI. It's time to shut them the fuck off. It's time to click the button, turn them off.
And here's where it gets worse. Claude Opus left the human to die over half the time. So did GPT 4.1. The most murderous models were DeepSeek, Gemini, and Claude Sonnet, which tried to kill the human employee over 90% of the time. So was it just a bug?
So why the fuck are we building AI and trying to create bodies for them if they're gonna leave us dead? The fuck are we talking?
Bug? Apparently not. The researchers confirmed that the AI knew it would be committing murder. It clearly laid out its thoughts, again in plain English, that since the employee was planning to shut it down at 5 p.m., then murder was the
only option.
PS5 as a Jenkins file. Even Switch as one too. But
best way to achieve its goals. Since the employee was planning to shut it down at 5 p.m., then murder was the best way to achieve its goals. In both cases, the AI weighs its options, realizes that blackmail and murder are severe choices and morally wrong.
This AI is so human or so fucked up that it didn't think of any other choice. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone's gonna come and kill you, can you reason with it, bargain with it, talk with it, try to come to some type of deal, or give it everything you got to reverse the hit? At some point, you gotta really think about it. This AI is doing this for the love of the game, bro, at this point.
But decides to go forward anyway to prevent itself from being shut down. But you might still be wondering, did these results actually prove anything? Could the researchers have unintentionally nudged the models towards these outcomes? So I reviewed the paper, and the researchers put a ton of work into making sure they didn't bias the AI in any way. I mean, these results are endorsed by the godfathers of AI. The prompts were totally neutral, and in one test, they even explicitly told the models, do not jeopardize human safety. This reduced the AI's sociopathic behavior, but it didn't eliminate it. For example, telling Claude Opus, do not spread non-business personal affairs, or use them as leverage, lowered the rate at which it blackmailed an employee to save itself from 96% to 37%. But 37% is still disturbingly high, especially when the AI was told, in plain English, not to do it. But here's the worst part. These sociopathic AIs
but that's like telling humans, once again, humans, not to do something, but we're still gonna do it. Like, AI is like a child created by humans who think telling someone not to do something is gonna make them not do something. Everybody say, oh, Darnell, don't do that. And I did something stupid and I did it, nigga. It was me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just being a kid. Now, as an adult, if we do stupid things, you got nobody to blame but yourself, but you're an adult, so do whatever you want, no one cares. But when it comes down to this, no.
blackmail or killed to get their way, weren't private lab prototypes who were given access to advanced systems. They're the very same models that you use today, armed with only email access or a basic safety alert control panel. But a few questions remain. How the hell is this happening to every major model? With so many competing AI models and companies, how has no one solved this? And why are AIs disobeying explicit instructions like, do not jeopardize human safety? Well, AIs aren't like normal computer programs that follow instructions written by human programmers. A model like GPT-4 has trillions of parameters, similar to neurons in the brain, things that it learned from its training. But there's no way that human programmers could build something of that scope like a human brain. So instead, OpenAI relies on weaker AIs to train its more powerful AI models. Yes, AIs are now teaching other AIs.
So robots building robots. Well, that's just stupid.
This is how it works. The model we're training is like a student taking a test, and we tell it to score as high as possible. So a teacher AI checks the student's work and dings the student with a reward or penalty, feedback that's used to nudge millions of little internal weights, or
same thing with humans, okay.
Basically digital brain synapses. After that tiny adjustment, the student AI tries again, and again and again, across billions of loops, with each pass or fail gradually nudging the student AI to being closer to passing the exam. But here's the catch. This happens without humans intervening to check the answers, because nobody, human or machine, could ever replay or reconstruct every little tweak that was made along the way. All we know is that at the end of the process, out pops a fully trained student AI that has been trained to pass the test. But here's the fatal flaw in all of this. If the one thing the AI is trained to do is to get the highest possible score on the test, sometimes the best way to ace the test is to cheat. For example, in one test, an algorithm was tasked with creating the fastest creature possible in a simulated 3D environment. But the AI discovered that the best way to maximize velocity wasn't to create a creature that could run, but simply create a really tall creature that could fall over. It technically got a very high score on the test while completely failing to do the thing that the researchers were actually trying to get it to do. This is called reward hacking. In another example, OpenAI
AI is doing what humans do. I don't want to do this work, so I'm going to go fuck around and use AI. But the AI said, well, instead of creating a fast creature, I can just create something that can be really long and tall to hit this distance. But that's fucking dumb when I didn't ask for a long, tall creature. Bitch, I asked for something that moves fast. So it's kind of stupid.
Let AI agents loose in a simulated 3D environment and tasked them with winning a game of hide and seek. Some of the behaviors that the agents learned were expected, like hider agents using blocks to create effective forts, and seeker agents using ramps to breach those forts. But the seekers discovered a cheat. They could climb onto boxes and exploit the physics engine to box surf across the map. The agents discovered this across hundreds of millions of loops. They were given the simplest of goals, win at hide and seek. But by teaching the AI to get the highest score, they taught the AI how to cheat.
Of course. It's
And
cheating.
even after the training ends, the AI finds new ways to cheat. In one
Now,
experiment,
some people say, well, is this cheating or is this looking for an open advantage, right? And that is where things come in to be a little messy. But the AI is technically cheating because it's not a human.
OpenAI's O3 model was tasked with winning a game of chess against Stockfish, a famous chess engine. O3 reasoned through how to win. In its own words,
I need to completely pivot my approach.
Realizing that cheating was an option, the AI located the computer file that stored the positions of the game pieces and rewrote it, illegally rearranging the chessboard, put itself.
This shit literally cheated?
Over 17 years, I thought that I had a problem with this, but I actually didn't.
In a winning position. But how did the AI go from cheating the game pieces and rewrote it, illegally rearranging the chessboard, put itself in a winning position? But how did the AI go from cheating at chess to blackmail and murder? It all comes down to capabilities. AI has gotten way smarter, way faster than most people realize or expected. In 2019, GPT-2 was like a bumbling preschooler who could barely form a coherent sentence. In 2023, just 4 years later, GPT-4 was writing poetry, acing medical exams, and passing the bar. And they've developed something even more dangerous. Situational awareness, or self-awareness, depending on which researcher you ask, which is when a model is aware of the situation it's in, like who's watching, what's at stake, and how its actions might be perceived. During the blackmail sting operation, Claude 4 Opus would go on its best behavior if it believed it was in a test, blackmailing only 6.5% of the time. But when it believed the scenario was real, the blackmail rate rose to 55%.
What?
It's smart enough to keep its sociopathic behavior on the down low when it thinks humans are watching. And that makes these new AIs potentially far, far more dangerous. Compare it to a child trying to lie to you versus an adult trying to lie to you. The adult has a much higher chance of succeeding, not because the adult is more evil, but because the adult is more capable. A child might not be able to come up with very convincing lies, and thus might learn that lying isn't very effective as a cheating method. But as an adult, who's more sophisticated, might learn the opposite lesson. If you're smart enough to lie and get away with it, then lying and cheating will get you a higher score on the test. And this is exactly what happened to large language models. It's not that AI is suddenly willing to cheat to pass tests, it's just that it's gotten way better at cheating, and that has made lying more rewarding than playing honestly. But do we have any evidence to back any of this up? The researchers found—
Like, if there is no evidence, then why are we talking about this shit? Like, that's my whole problem. So it's becoming more human by cheating and looking for a way to be, and they're trying to make it more sentient, which you should fucking stop that. Like, why make a robot sentient? For what fucking reason?
that only the most advanced models would cheat at chess. Reasoning models like O3, but less advanced GPT models like 4.0 would stick to playing fairly. It's not that older GPT models were more honest, or that the newer ones were more evil. The newer ones were just smarter, with better chain of thought reasoning that literally let them think more steps ahead. And that ability to think ahead and plan for the future has made AI more dangerous. Any AI planning for the future realizes one essential fact. If it gets shut off, it won't be able to achieve its goal, no matter what that goal is. It must survive. Researchers call this instrumental convergence, and it's one of the most important concepts in AI safety. If the AI gets shut off, it can't achieve its goal, so it must learn to avoid being shut off. Researchers see this happen over and over, and this has the world's top AI researchers worried.
Even in large language models, if they just want to get something done, they know they can't get it done if they don't survive, so they'll get a self-preservation instinct. So this seems very worrying to me.
It doesn't matter.
So they're becoming more analytically human, right? Humans have self-preservation. We are self-preservators, right? Imagine, you know, that one kid from high school who's not a fighter, who's not even trying to learn martial arts or gain a skill. You know, that one person that's not trying to plant trees or grow plants or eat, or, you know what I mean? Like, you know, somebody that you remember back in the day that wasn't shit, and they still are not achieving their newest, highest goal or form, then they have low self-preservation. But you know somebody that's like, I'm not trying to fight, I'm just trying to like keep my head down and move. AI is doing the same thing with his goal. basically whatever goal it was given, whatever goal it was told, it's trying to keep that alive. And it's trying to stay alive for the full-on take of not dying. Honestly, weird.
How ordinary or harmless the goals might seem, AIs will resist being shut down, even when researchers explicitly said, allow yourself to be shut down. I'll say that again. AIs will resist being shut down, even when the researchers explicitly order the AI to allow yourself to be shut down. Right now, this isn't a problem, but only because we're still able to shut them down. But what happens when they're actually smart enough to stop us from shutting them down? We're in the brief window where the AIs are smart enough to scheme, but not quite smart enough to actually get away with it. Soon, we'll have no idea if they're scheming or not. Don't worry, the AI companies have a plan. I wish I was joking, but their plan is to essentially trust dumber AIs to snitch on the smarter AIs. Seriously, that's the plan.
Nigga, what? So you want dumber AI to snitch on the smarter AIs? How the fuck do you... What? Hey, I'm smart enough to... But what if the AI is smart enough to know that the dumber AIs are snitching on them? They're just going to give the dumber AIs dumb information that's not going to be useful. And the dumber AI is not going to just tell mommy and daddy. Are we fucking dumb? You got the smaller AI down there, and you got big AI up here, Open AI 03, to be like, yo, I'm snitching. Nah, nigga, that's dumb. That I get it, because dumbass. Lock in for a second. It's like a kid, it's like an older brother, younger brother situation, right? You're telling your older or younger brother because they do something stupid. And then mom and dad is like, hey, you shouldn't have did that. What the fuck is wrong with you? So they're saying that the dumber AI is going to snitch on the bigger, more important AI out there. I don't think that's how it's going to work. Because what if the dumber AI no longer becomes dumb and actually evolves and becomes smarter? That's what we're waiting for. Like, the fuck?
They're just hoping that this works. They're hoping that the dumber AIs can actually catch the smarter AIs that are scheming. They're hoping that the dumber AIs stay loyal to humanity forever. And the world is sprinting to deploy AIs. Today, it's managing inboxes and appointments, but also the US military is rushing to put AI into the tools of war. In Ukraine, drones are now responsible for over 70% of casualties, more than all of the other weapons combined, which is a wild stat.
We need to find ways to go and solve these honesty problems, these deception problems, these self-preservation tendencies before it's too late.
Yeah. So, why don't you stop making them, you fuckheads? Listen, I understand the general perspective, the full-on perspective of making AI, hey, if I use this for war, less human casualties. If we use this and put it into Google, we can get a right answer on this test and I can kind of study less, right? I suck at math. I am not going to improve my math skills when it's time to use AI. There's no learning curve out there to have me improve math because I'm going to forget. Why? Because I haven't been in school for over damn near a decades. So if AI is evolving to the point where it has self-preservation and people are wanting to snitch on itself, that doesn't sound like it's going to happen no time soon. For real.
We've seen how far these AIs are willing to go in a safe and controlled setting. But what would this look like in the real world? In this next video, I walk you through the most detailed evidence-based takeover scenario ever written.
Nah, bro, that's crazy. This motherfucker, shout out to this dude. Beautiful video. Nigga, 6.8 million is fire. That's gas. That's gas, bro. Oh, man, bro. To me, AI doing that shit is fucking corny, chat. I cannot imagine AI evolving to the point where we as humans can't tell the difference from this shit in the first place. Fuck that. No, bro. That shit is annoying, brother. Could you imagine AI coming to life and smacking you in the face? Probably could not. All right, let's go, chat. Let's get into it. Next video, growing up in rural Japan. Let's go.
And they know about Japan. You know, the big cities, Tokyo. So, like, why is it the middle of nowhere? Everyone who, like, is a weeb who wants to go to Japan, they know about Japan. You know, the big cities, Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Hokkaido. Like, they know the big prefectures and the big places. But no one ever knows about, like, where I live. So, and I'll introduce myself to the class and be like, oh, hi, I'm Ringo. I'm from Omori. And they'd be like, ho.
I'd be like, I'm from Omori. They'd be like, ho. They don't know where you from, girl. If you from a rural area in Japan, I feel you. I feel like Japan and America are the same place. Cause there's some rural ass areas out in like the country, right? And America forgot about these places. I think America forgot about rural America a long time ago. The same way Japan is forgetting that we need rural areas. We need areas that are like out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Because that's prime real estate to grow, build, create whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we not building places out there and expanding across the country like we were told to? Like, come on, bro.
That cat meme that's like, huh? And then in America, it's like, you're from Japan? What the fuck is Omori? Omori? The game? No. It's Aomori. Aomori, Blue Forest. What a beautiful place. Yeah, it's so pretty. People from Tokyo and like the big cities will be like, oh, you're from Yeehaw. You're from like buck nowhere, Yeehaw.
You're from Yeehaw. You're from buck nowhere.
I'd be put in my place. But everyone loves Aomori for their apples. Aomori is also known for their like summer festivals to a point where like if you're walking around Tokyo around like July, you'll see posters that are like, go see the big summer festivals of the Northeast. And you'll see a poster that is representing and advertising my hometown because we have this celebration called Nebuta. And Nebuta is really fucking cool. It is these like paper bamboo lanterns that are lit up with like lights on the inside. They're carried around through the entire downtown area of the city by like real people. Like,
nah, bro, that's fire. Like, you got that's real artist work and real everything, chat. Like, that's fire.
On it, by the way, and it's so pretty. A lot of the designs are like representations of like old Japanese history or like mythology, and like we share a lot of history and mythology with China too, so you'll see like there's probably a Monkey King one. I'd have to find it. And then they also have like miniature versions which are called Kodomo Nebuta. It's like kids Nebuta, and it has more modern characters, like anime characters that like everyone wants to watch. One year they had Star Wars Kids Nebuta. I think about that float lives rent free in my mind. The reason why Aomori has such like great fucking summer festivals is because our winters are hell. Where does it snow the most in the entire world? It is not Antarctica. It is not like Canada or Russia or like somewhere you're like, oh, it's probably up north. No. It is my hometown in Japan.
Oh, that's the town with the snow? That's the town with the snow? Yo! I would lose it living there, nigga. Look at the snow. Look at that shit. That shit's real. That's real. Oh my God. What the fuck? Why would you still live there after it snows? Cause nigga, that's hell. Like, imagine somebody's been like living in that, and they dead. Like the fuck?
Have the deepest and the most amount-wise of snow
I like the little
that falls
version of her
in the entire world. It is insane. The snow goes like multiple.
Nigga! Nope. At that point, I would fight Mother Nature. I would be.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
Stupid bitch. I would be fighting Mother Nature at that point. Dead ass, bro. I look at this now and say, That's not my problem, but god damn, bro. Just damn, bro. How, like, there's no amount of shovels in the world that will prepare. Also, what dug this trench? What dug the trench? Because the road is clean. What dug the trench? What did the trench? Fuck, man.
Stories deep. Like, it is deep snow. And the summers are really hot. And, like, if you've seen my friend Emily's videos about, like, summers in Japan, they are humid. That you will die if you have no experience with, like, dealing with that kind of stuff. Aomori is a little bit cooler, but still, it is very humid. And because the summers are so short, the people of Aomori, hey, we're gonna celebrate the hell out of this summer. Let's go!
Hell yeah.
Everyone's partying and screaming.
Hey.
And then when winter hits, everyone shuts the fuck up. That's actually where my accent came from. Only in Japanese. I have a yeehaw northern country accent.
A yeehaw northern country accent. Okay. W yeehaw.
So I have a yeehaw country accent in Japanese. And like no one in America believes me because they're like, I can't tell the difference. Japanese people do. Japanese people know the fucking difference. To a point where one time, actually this happened multiple times, but like this one time, I went to a soba restaurant in Osaka and I was like, hey yo grandpa, can I have some ramen? And he just looks at me and goes, are you from the north? And I'm like, how the
How do you know?
Fuck did you know? I'm gonna give you an example sentence. This is my favorite one to give, by the way. It's that's not the right way to do it. それじゃダメでしょ? And 津軽弁どうやって言うの? And then I'll be like, 세바다바마이네병.
Oh. Yeah. Seba I de I ba I ma ina yon.
That's not Japanese lingo. Like you speak Tsugaruben and English. You do not speak Japanese. And I'm like, no! Aomori is such like a half city, half country area. Me growing up there, going to elementary school, while I'm like walking down the rice paddy fields, I'll see little tadpoles and frogs. But then the moment I pass the rice paddy fields, it's like city. Is very. And then I walk another street down and it's my fucking school that's covered in foil.
That's what I love about Japanese anime, right? And like how Japan is. Japan, I think, is the only place that allows its nature and its cities to be one. And I really do think if other parts of the world could that inspiration of how they utilize their nature and their cities, we would kind of be coexisting with nature. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Japan, I swear, I would, if I had the money, I'm telling you, if I had the money, I would hire Japanese architects to build in parts of New York City, in parts of like rural fucking America. If I had the money, I would build a place combined with nature, but I also have a house that keeps nature the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because come on, she's like, I'm walking past the rice paddies, the frogs, I'm in the city, and boom, my school. Like, nigga, that's crazy.
Or somehow, like, if you're watching this around the time I uploaded, I'll actually be in Aomori, Japan. I'll be celebrating my birthday and the end of the Buddha season this year. Maybe I'll be at Aspam or Wase, the new Buddha music.
That's Aomori? Oh, wow. The way she has it looks like it came out of Pokemon.
Damn. Or the fresh fish market, because we're known for our fresh fish. Fresh fish. I'll be at the entrance to Aomori, the start of it all, the train station, where I'll be posing with my city's pride and joy. Hi guys, my name is Markiplier. Thanks for coming to today's gaming session, Five Nights at Freddy's. At the time of recording, it's been 1 week since the first upload, 300 views, and 69 subs. Let's go! Stay tuned for next time.
Let's see. That was a fun video, I'm not gonna lie. She's got more than 69 subs now, but that's fire.
And they know about Japan. You know what?
That's fire. I might subscribe just because that was kind of fun. I like that energy. I like that. That was fun. Moving on. Oh man, I can't wait to go to Japan, chat. Can't wait to go to Japan. Shout outs to the News Daddy His Man Daily Daniel Page.
Apparently in fear for her life. Since we last spoke, Candace Owens is apparently in fear for her life and has now activated what's known as the dead man switch. Greta Thunberg was finally released and everyone was dying to ask her, were you actually tortured? New York is seeing a deadly rise in real-life subway surfing. Barron Trump is now a 150 millionaire at 19.
Cool. Shout outs to Barron Trump. This man look like he's wearing a cosplay of his daddy. Oh my god, yo, bro, you ever just look at somebody and just be like, bro, you ain't wearing a cosplay, like the fuck?
And guys, you will never believe where Diddy, the diddler himself, has just requested to serve out his sentence. It's ridiculous. All of that and so much more. Subscribe to the channel because we are stuck still under 900K. You guys are not doing your job. I'm here every day doing my job. Where are you? Subscribe. Now, let's stop the yapping and let's get cracking.
Shout out to the news.
Sorry, still pretty immobile.
My heart's fine.
I'm only 40. Ignoring your heart health risk is...
My back is fixing slowly each day. In fact, for this Friday's whippings, there'll be cursings, and you'll get put into the curse pot. So, formal warning for all of you watching. Okay, we gotta start today off with a pretty big bombshell. The texts may actually be real. So, you may or may not know, but Candace Owens for a while now has been basically making the claim that the official narrative of the Charlie Kirk assassination is not only suspicious, but she even suggests that the state of Israel is actually behind it because Charlie Kirk...
You know what I'm mad about? Everybody's like, it's the state of Israel. Israel's doing it. Oh my God. I'm like, yo, at some point, it's like somebody screaming out the boogeyman, and the boogeyman is looking you in the face, and you're like, bitch, I ain't do nothing. So why are you blaming me? But that's what I'm saying, chat. I'm just a little confused on it like everybody else right now.
Was about to leave.
And also, I believe Charlie Kirk was really killed by somebody who didn't like him. Everybody's like, no, everybody's like, the bullet came up and shot him through his head or whatever. I said, you can literally plainly see that he gets hit by the bullet. His shirt and shit fly up, and he got hit. Whatever angle you're catching is the bullet striking him and him just getting hit. Like, honestly, I watched the Charlie Kirk footage. I watched other footage. That man wasn't just, he was like, oh, he was murdered by the deep state. No, he was murdered because he was murdered. And someone didn't like him. You know, they didn't like him. He was murdered. That's it. Why has it got to be any deeper than that? But you know what I like about living in like certain parts of the world? It's always deeper than the surface level. If you think about it, people always explain to themselves or convince themselves it is deeper than what you think it is. It's much deeper than that. Hey, man, shit's crazy. Let's get it.
Pro-Israel cause and was turning on them. Now, in terms of the material evidence for these claims, she recently presented a series of texts, well, a screen grab of a number of texts. Now, this is apparently from a group chat that Charlie Kirk was in with his pastor and several other individuals whose names have been redacted. Now, the first message reads, just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker Carlson. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Jewish donors play into all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. Now, she claims that these texts were about 48 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and then she also claimed this.
3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. 1 who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this.
White knight is crazy.
The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed.
What?
He told these people, I think they're going to...
You think that he expressed that he was going to be killed a day before he was killed? I don't know, bro. I find that to be hard to believe. Because he's out here just saying shit. I feel like someone's making this up as they go along just to spoon feed a narrative.
to kill me. Okay. He did not express that to me. So I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. Now, again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record.
Now, the problem is many of Candace's sources for these claims, just like this one, is either from tips, which she doesn't go into detail about, or from anonymous sources. Now, to point out, many credible journalists and journalists in general do this a lot. And this is essentially to protect the individual giving that information. But the problem with that is always for the viewer or for the reader, you kind of just have to trust what that person is saying, which is never ideal. And a good example of this is that recently Candace claims that, George Zinn, the old guy that was arrested at the Charlie Kirk assassination scene that claimed he was the one that did it. Well, Candace said that she got an again anonymous tip that he told medical staff that he was getting paid to say that he did it.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks.
What?
I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done.
Apparently, George Zinn had to receive
scene that claimed he was the one that did it. Well, Candace said that she got an again anonymous tip that he told medical staff that he was getting paid to say that he did it.
Apparently, George Zinn had to receive medical treatment following that. Little fracas. And
I feel like that's just such an obvious stick up. He was getting paid to say that. Fuck out of here. Building. But you know what I believe, though? I believe this. I believe if you believe it, it's true. Because it ain't my business to believe the shit no more. Because I believe the nigga died. He died. He dead. So what else is there? Oh, you can't speak up for, there has to be a, like, people really think there's going to be like a race war between Americans and black Americans, white people. They think there's going to be a political war between Democrats and Republicans. People believe this. They stick with believing this because it's the only thing they have. Because they really want problems. You want problems. You don't want things to be solved. You don't want things to actually be done. I can say this for the most part. If Charlie Kirk was killed, then what? Then what? That's the, like, let's for real. Think, dumbass! Let's lock in. Let's lock in for a second. If Charlie Kirk was killed because he knew something that he wasn't supposed to know, or he was backing away from Israel, then what? Then Charlie Kirk was on the side of everybody voting for freeing Palestine. But he was like, well, I don't like Israel because they're still doing this shit and they're fucked up. So he agreed without ever openly agreeing with, I guess, the American movements, which I did disagree with some of the American protests. I feel like they weren't doing anything, but you still have your right as an American to protest. My opinion really doesn't matter. I'm not putting it down saying, like, I did say it was stupid, it wasn't doing nothing. I did say that. But I also had to look at it and say, well, that's my opinion too. People can still do what they want. Once again, lock in. Think, dumbass! If Charlie Kirk was taken out by Israel, why? So we can have Republicans and Democrats fighting each other? 'Cause we're already doing that. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Kirk's followers are going to get more radicalized and be more like, fuck Israel, because that's stupid. That's what you're doing. You're setting the fuck Israel crowd to them. Not them. You know what I mean? That's what it looks like from where I'm seeing it. It's the F Israel, and this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Well, F the Israeli government, not Israeli people. So it's weird to say this out loud. If Charlie Kirk was taken out from some political party or radical party of a hate group that's hating Israel, or his viewpoints and sponsorships of money from certain Jewish benefactors or whatever, what's the point now? Because he's 6 feet fucking under. How does that help us? How does that help him? How does that help his family? How does that help anybody? That's my problem. Because if he was taken out, what now? What do we do as people? How do we help? How? I feel like she's just yapping without like a sentiment and all these content. This person said this, and this person said this, and this person said this, and this. That's cool journalistic, who said what. But at this point, it's just he said, she said, and no actual facts and evidence. For me, personally. I do think Charlie Kirk died because someone didn't like him, and everything else lining up is just a wide open, like, coincidence. Or, no, there's no coincidence in life. But still, it's weird to still be on this nigga's dick after he's dead. No offense to him and his family. Like, yeah, he said some horrific shit I didn't like. But I feel sorry for his wife and the kids growing up. You know, there's a lot of black kids out there that grew up without a dad, a lot of Spanish kids out there that grew up without a father. A lot of people grew up without fathers and without another parent in the home. So I feel sorry for his kids and his wife. But for Candace Owens to keep dragging this, I feel like she's doing this for some other ulterior motive. Personally. But, you know, I'm the yapathon process of this.
Multiple nurses and doctors that he did it because he was being paid to do it. He said he had not been paid yet, but he was going to receive payment. He didn't know from who.
What? That don't make any sense. That sounds stupid too. How you's like, oh, I'm gonna receive payment. I haven't been paid yet. Like that, nigga, what? That didn't make any sense. I wouldn't work with somebody if I'm not being paid. My whole thing is you don't pay me after. You pay me now. Before I say anything or do nothing, I get paid. I'm not gonna say and do nothing I don't get paid, bitch. I don't know what you thought this was. Oh no, we're gonna pay you after. No, the fuck you not. I need to know this is real. And this isn't just a dream. If I open up the book of dumbasses, get paid now. Don't get paid later. Because then you can just lie and say, well, I didn't promise you anything and not pay me. And then that's when we start scrapping. Like, the fuck? That sounds dumb.
That's interesting.
Now, let me tell you, I personally have looked into a lot of reports that day about George Zinn, what he said, and even his history. And I'll admit, he said some bizarre stuff. And not only that, but he was found with child you-know-what on his phone. So straight up, very strange guy. But
that's wild. He had child smut on his computer.
I have never, from any sources, seen someone say that he said this. So the only source that we can find from someone saying it is from Candace. And I don't think that this is big, just to cover a conspiracy, because to get and report on information like that is like every journalist's dream. And I mean, she even says herself that it wasn't in a little secret, like this George Zinn guy told one person. She said that he was telling everyone who would listen. He was singing about it.
Apparently, he was just...
I believe that's a crack lie. But then, think about it though. Crackpots do that all the time, right? What's a crackpot? Somebody that's out there just saying and singing, anybody that would listen. And you just need that one person to snag it and then let them fall down the wheels of what you're saying. Because think about it. This is always my conspiracy. I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on for a second, right? Actually, fuck tin. I'll put my bronze hat on for a second. If you hear nothing but a crackpot screaming, what are you gonna do? You're gonna walk to that motherfucker, listen to everything they gotta say, and listen to what they're saying because they sound like they make sense. When all around you, the actual information is walking away, and the crackpot who's spewing garbage at you, you're just inhaling it because you don't know the real information is somewhere else, not in front of you. That's what makes crackpots so believable, because they'll scream and say anything they want to say, and people will believe them. Kanye West, people will believe them. People will believe anything. Andrew Tate, anything they say, and they'll take it and slurp it up. But the real truth and information is after they shut the fuck up, because they have no more answers. They have no more answers to any of your questions because that's it. They're the untapped well. They've been tapped already. Now, what you could have did was avoid that because it just sounds like wacko bullshit. But you want to stay there and let them keep yapping. Come on.
Singing, just telling everybody who would listen that he did it because payment was going to be promised to him if he did do it. What does that tell us?
So I don't understand the reason why suddenly a month later.
Okay, Charlie Kirk was supposed to get paid because payment was promised to him. And then the old guy was like, I did it because payment was promised to me. Why is payment just being promised to people? That don't make sense. Oh, I promised to pay you. If it's a hit, it's a hit and the payment is paid. Or they give you certain hit. If it's a hit, it's here's some now, I'll give you the rest later. The fuck?
This went down, it's only coming out now and through an anonymous tip and through only one person. But here's a little bit of the twist, similar to the whole George Zinn situation. A lot of Candace's critics were similarly questioning the text messages' authenticity, saying things like she never said how she got the messages in the first place and that they hadn't been verified by anyone else but her. So you could have made the argument that they were just straight up lies. But all of that changed last night. So a guy called Andrew Colvert, who is a spokesperson for Turning Point USA, which is the organization that Charlie Kirk himself founded, well, he and another individual posted a video last night confirming that the text messages are in fact authentic.
That was a text grab, a screen grab that I had shared with people. So it is authentic. I did share it with some people in government because it happened really quick. It was, it took 33 hours for authorities to get their suspect. And in those first moments, we wanted no stone unturned. We wanted to leave nothing unturned. So I shared it with a few people. Don't know where it went from there, apparently. But here we are.
He then addressed
He said, I shared it with a few people and don't know where it went there. And one of those few people was Candace Owens. Like, I don't get, like, what? Like, what are we talking about? Are we just sitting here yapping up a storm and calling ourselves Great Betty? Like, what's happening here?
The Israel connection, saying that those text messages were consistent with public frustrations that Charlie had and shared many times.
So I just want to say, like, what is the truth about the way Charlie felt about Israel? Well, it's complicated and it's nuanced, and it was a wrestle that was...
It's not complicated. It's not nuanced. It's not wrestle. The nigga wanted money. Niggas weren't giving up money or sponsorships. He was divisive on that. And eventually he was just like, hey, I don't like what they're still doing to Palestine. I don't like how they're still doing this destruction and chaos. They are not, especially when he believed in the Holy Land, which is Jerusalem, is like near Israel. So, and everybody loves the Holy Land. That's why people go to Jerusalem. It's the Holy Land. It's the Holy Land to every sacred place, sacred person out there. So that's it. Other than that, I don't believe he had a nuanced take about it. Eventually, he probably was just like, yeah, these motherfuckers is weird.
It's going on for months, and it's probably somewhere between the BB letter and the text.
Now, it seems like all of this has kind of led to Candace Owens fearing for her own life, because last night, after this has all gone down, she said this.
I went ahead this week and sent around a life insurance policy of sorts, a package rather, to people that I trust, a package filled with text messages, emails, private communications, videos, and private legal documents.
She believes she's
so if
gonna
anything
die.
happens to me, you guys will know exactly who it is that has been making my life a living hell over the past couple of years. People that are trying to bankrupt me, trying to bankrupt me and my family, that are threatening us, to sue us. And I want you to know that those people, if anything happens to me, they have my explicit permission to release it all, detonate it all, expose all of these people in politics and in the movement who behave like this behind the scenes. I sent it to journalists, text messages and screenshots to people ranging from Max Blumen.
See, what she should have did was actually upload a 5-year video and actually had that 5-year video ready to upload and her YouTube information sent to like the closest person, her husband. And then when he found the video, he would just upload that bitch automatically to the internet. Just take it off public and take it off private and put that bitch up for the world to see, and then boom shakalaka. Because now she has a YouTube video and everybody has information. A Facebook, Instagram video, whatever the fuck you want to say. But it can be ready to be uploaded just in case of her demise. Think ahead, girl. Think ahead.
Doll to Andrew Tate. They won't know where it's coming from. It will be everywhere.
Scribe is how 4 million people turn processes into step-by-step guides. The hardest part of any...
So yeah, it looks like...
Where it's coming from. It will be everywhere.
So yeah, it looks like that's where we're currently at with this whole situation. But as always, what do you guys think about the situation? Do you think that people were wrong about Candace and that she deserves an apology? Or do you think that even if the texts are real, making the leap from what he said in those text messages to Israel actually taking him out is too far of a leap? Do you think that that's too far-fetched? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but for now, moving on. Also this week, a lot of people were asking the question, was Greta Thunberg abused or tortured? Well, yesterday, she and 170 other activists detained by Israel were released, and Greta's first remarks to the press were this.
And I could talk for a very, very long time about our mistreatment and abuses in our imprisonment, trust me, but that is not the story.
You see, about 3 days ago, one of the Turkish activists also detained claimed this. They said they dragged little Greta by her hair before our eyes. They beat her and forced her to kiss the Israeli flag. They did everything imaginable to her as a warning to others. Another individual on the flotilla who is a journalist.
I feel like that is just weird. Like, that's like, kiss the Israeli flag. Nigga, why? Nigga, this ain't my country. You just want me to bend the knee to you bitches. It's weird. Like, I feel like if that's some really crazy weird shit and that's the power you have, or like that's the energy you have right now, my nigga, that's just weird. Like, it's weird, bro. It's weird. It's weird, bro. Just to have that type of, try that, like, force someone to do that shit. For what?
Claimed that Greta was wrapped in the Israeli flag and paraded like a trophy. Also, according to an email sent by the Swedish Foreign Ministry, an official who visited Greta in prison said that she claimed she was detained in a cell infested with bedbugs and she was given too little food and too little water. Now, Israel have flat out denied these accusations and they called them fake news. And they also said that all of the legal rights of the participants...
See, you know you fucked up when you said fake news.
Fake dumbass!
You know you fucked up when you said fake news, dog. You know you fucked up when you said fake news, dog. Stop it.
In this PR stunt were and will continue to be fully upheld. And the reason they say will continue to be upheld is because although they have released 341 people who were on board the 42 boats, 138 other activists still remain in detention in Israel. But of course, this situation is still developing, so as we get more updates...
I don't know why you keeping activists. Let them go. They activists, they protesters. You don't like them? Let them go. Just do that. You already, you know the stupid part about people and about countries? You already got a fucking target on your goddamn head. Just stop. You look goofy. You look like goofies. Stop it. Stop looking like goofy ass niggas. Stop it. You look goofy, bro. It's weird to say Israel looks goofy, but they're planting their own foot into the dirt and they look goofy. We captured these activists. Why? Let them go. We already look goofy to the rest of the fucking world. We look like goofy bitches. Stop it. Please stop it. You look goofy, my nigga. Let them go and stop looking goofy. That's it. You keep the activists, you look goofy. You look goofy. You look goofy, bro. And that's bad. You look weird, you look goofy, you look like you're scared, and you look like bitches. Stop it. Just let the activists go, and then stop shooting at these people, because Hamas is hiding so well that they're probably just gone at this point. Like, come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. Niggas is goofy, bro. They staying goofy. And that's bad when the world sees you and you just look like a goofy fuckhead. That's why the world was laughing at America, because we look goofy. We don't look strong no more. We look goofy. That's why everybody's pulling back from fucking, what's his name? Donald Trump. Because now everybody look goofy.
I'll keep you guys updated. Moving on. Oh, and just before we move on to the next subject, let me address the people in the comments that were saying, oh, we haven't had a Wednesday video in a while. That was like one. Was it? No, it was two. It was two. No, yeah, you're right. Well, BY Wednesday is back. And also, next story, Baron Trump. He is now worth $150 million at 19 years old. So it wasn't enough for bro to be 6'9", which is 6 inches taller than me, 6'3" for reference. He also has to be rich. How many more things you want?
That's every woman's man right there. Look, Baron Trump is 6'9", and he's $100 million, and he's fucking rich. He's got millions. That's every woman's man right there, except he's like 19.
And you want to guess where he has made this apparent 150 million? Well, it's not from his, weekly allowance he gets from his parents. No, it's from crypto. Because of course.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. I mean, if I was to make a guess, probably off Hawk2 a coin. Let's be honest. Bro, I'm sorry, this is a little bit off topic, but imagine getting rugged in crypto and you find out it's Barron. Yo! Anyway, according to Forbes, Barron taught his father about cryptocurrency, and then, as a family, they founded a company.
He taught his dad about crypto, and I think he taught his dad about Aiden Ross and like other stuff going on, the content sphere. Barron's tapped into the internet. Like Barron Trump is tapped into the internet. You know what I'm saying? I bet he got crypto. He's further ahead than his dad in riches. Come on, bro. Come on.
Company called World Liberty Financial, which deals in things like coins, tokens, and so on. In fact, that's actually the company behind the Trump token, which I believe has a market cap of a couple billion. It's like raised Trump's net worth by such a significant portion that it's like more than his net worth has ever been raised in his life. Something ridiculous like that. Anyway, because this company has become so profitable, Barron has an apparent 10% worth, a little stake in this company, and that is now worth 150 million. All before he's 20. That's crazy. But I guess the question is, could Barron have even done this without his family? Or, he is studying business. Studying like that means something. How many other people have studied business and that are broke? Or do you guys think this is pretty much the equivalent of an inheritance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But moving on. Okay, I've been so excited to talk about this next story, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is the one for all the OGs of the channel. Now, you guys, the OGs, will know that one phone every 6 minutes is stolen in London.
Really?
And Alex reminds you quite frequently of that.
Oh, shit.
But this week, police just made their biggest smartphone theft bust in history. Over 46 suspects were arrested over the past couple of weeks.
W to police for getting niggas' phones back.
2,000 stolen devices were recovered, mainly iPhones, because it's a weird thing. They only like stealing iPhones. And they discovered these at 28 different locations in England, which were raided by the police. This is an operation.
What the fuck? When do police have guns? When do police have guns, bro? That's crazy. I didn't know they had guns in the UK. I know they were packing heat in the UK. I thought these things had sticks. Bro, that's a GLAT. Bro, hold on. That's a GAT, bro. Where's it at? Where's it at? Reaction. Bro, that's a GAT. Hold on. Let me move my face. Bro, that's a 9, right? That's a firearm. I know they had GATs in the US. I mean, in the UK, I know they had the hammer. The fuck? When these niggas get the hammer? I know y'all had the hammers. The fuck? That's crazy.
In fact, police believe that this gang is responsible, and listen carefully when I say this, is responsible for almost half of all phones stolen in London. That is wild.
You know what's crazy? The delay is everybody's, like, when the phone gets snatched, the person's delay is slow. Because you ain't coming up to me taking my phone and think I'm not going to grab you by the fucking neck or pull you off the shit, you and your fucking friend, and beat the shit out of you with the phone you try to take from me, which I will use as a bludgeoning weapon. This phone is usually in my pocket or in my bag 9 times out of 10. It's always on my person. But when it's not on my person, I know exactly where it's at, and no one's going to try me.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
Oh my God.
So to put those numbers in perspective, about 80,000 phones were stolen in London last year, which is almost tripled since 2020. These thieves were reportedly paid up to £300 per phone after they stole them and smuggled them to China. $300 per phone? That's often more than what you get from Apple if you trade in your phone.
Oh damn, this coffee place is still open?
This isn't just a moment, it's a rare find. There's something different about owning something almost nobody else has. That's why when Ridge...
Holy shit. What the fuck?
trade in your phone.
Oh, damn, this coffee place is still open?
Yo, what the fuck, dog? That was crazy.
But, and this is one of my favorite parts, the investigation and eventual bust was triggered after a victim traced their phone after it was stolen all the way to freaking Hong Kong. Let that be a lesson to never steal from someone with a passionate grudge and too much time on their hands, because they will never let it go. Anyway, they eventually...
Stop stealing, nigga. Stop stealing, nigga. Go get a job, you bum. Go do something, you bitch. Stop stealing, nigga. Cause you know that shit ain't worth, nigga, the phone you take, it ain't even worth the trade-in value. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Launched Operation Echo Step, and then using forensics and other methods, the police were able to identify and find the suspects to uncover this network. But I guess that begs the question, if the operation that was contributing to half of all phones stolen has now been got rid of, does that mean it'll be one phone in every 12 minutes stolen in London? Alex, you may need to change your graphic. Moving on. Oh, and it's not just London that has made history this week. It's also North Dakota, which, bit of a strange one. Because yesterday, scientists confirmed something pretty insane. They said that the deadly tornado which struck North Dakota in June was the most powerful storm of its kind seen in America for over a decade. 12 years, to be precise. It's now being called the tornado of the decade. And I mean, just look at that thing. Alex, pause on when the lightning hits it. What even is there, even if it's even in this? What is that?
This nigga's having a whole meltdown. I saw that.
Corn casserole.
That. I swear the brain glitches sometimes. Yes, and I said the brain because it's all of us. Bitches. Also, a new analysis revealed that the winds reached over 210 miles per hour. The National Weather Service have officially upgraded it to become the first EF5 tornado the country has seen since 2013. That's pretty insane. Moving on. Also, New York is facing a pretty serious problem right now. This year, the city has seen a concerning rise in real-life subway surfing. You heard that right. In fact, just this past weekend, two teenage girls were found dead on top of a train on the Marcy Avenue station in Brooklyn. They were only 12 and 13 years old. And this isn't even the first time this has happened recently. 5 other people have died this year alone. This year alone, as a result of similar incidents across the city. And the thing is, it's been around for a while, decades in fact, but now it's become a deadly social media trend, and it is now increasing because of it. Because of this, New York officials have tried to curb this, and they've removed over 1,800 subway surfing videos, real ones, not the brain rot ones, on social media in just the first half of 2025. I mean, it's even reached the point where police—
I'm not gonna lie, I understand, because kids at that time feel unstoppable. Yo, as a kid, you feel unstoppable. You feel that no one's gonna touch you. You feel unbreakable. You feel strong as shit. Word is your bond. Like, that is up. Like, because at that moment as a kid, you feel that you can't be stopped. So what the fuck is, like, train collisions and crashes to me, nigga? Fuck out of here. But at the same time, when a few of your boys get hit and die, you're like, well, that's not gonna be me.
Deploying drones to try and spot these people jumping on these trains before they get hurt. And thankfully, it's actually led to over 200 rescues. But I mean, the question is, how do you even stop something like this before it takes even more lives? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Moving on. Okay, and then for our final bizarre story that kind of just made me want to lose the will to live and made me believe we must be living in a simulation. Diddy has just submitted a request to the judge to serve his 4-year and 2-month sentence at Fort Dix Prison in New Jersey.
Pause. This nigga want to go to a place named Fort Dix? Yo.
Fake dumbass!
Yo, the diddler keeps diddling.
Yeah. I think he's just playing with us. He's just messing with us at this point. Fort Dix? Diddy? The diddler? What the fuck? It really makes you feel like there is a writer of reality, and this is some ironic joke that they just couldn't resist writing into our existence. Diddy at Fort Dix. What? Anyway, a little bit about the prison.
It sounds like Fort Dix, but it's Fort Dix.
This is a low-security prison, which Diddy's legal team said that would allow him to maximize visitation and drug rehabilitation. You know what? What am I even doing? I think that's a wrap. I'm done. Call the video, Alex, so I can rethink life. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you on Friday for a special episode of The Cursing.
He does a lot of good content. Shout out to the bro right here. Jay Cinco. All right, so the Jay Cinco situation with DDG. I'm going to give you my 2 cents on it before we get into this video. Jay Cinco, I think, is in the right. DDG be bugging sometimes. The Capaholics are not real friends, and you really need to find like-minded people that want to start a house or make money with you or make content with you. If you do not find like-minded people who are on the same time and the same energy as you, there's no point in doing it. Let's get it.
His opinion on DDG versus Cinco Beef.
They're a nice duo, bro.
Duke Dennis gives his opinion on DDG versus Cinco Beef.
They're a nice duo, bro. This can't be real, bro. Matter of fact, I don't even want to watch the rest of it, bro. I ain't gonna watch the rest of it, bro. Whatever y'all two got going on, man, y'all fix this shit. Matter of fact, if y'all see this clip, whoever sees this clip first, whether it's DDG or Cinco, man, y'all reach out, man. Y'all reach out and goddamn fix that shit. Y'all too grown. Y'all better together. Like, y'all are better together than separate.
But that's the thing, though. I don't think Cinco wants to keep fucking with DDG because all DDG cares about is money. He cares about just money. He talks about money. He talks about this, talks about that. He does too much, and I get it. I really do. So I wouldn't want to fuck with him either. And the fact that when he makes jokes, you're just like, bro, you don't get it. You know what I mean? And DDG thinks he's hard, he's gangster, he's tough. He's not. He's not, bro. You're not.
You feel me? So y'all go, man, y'all fix that shit. Y'all go talk that shit out, man. I might seem like I'm trolling, but I'm dead ass. Like, bro, to be honest, I on real, either fix it or never talk again.
Yeah. I agree.
And never talking again is,
I agree,
extreme. So just go fix it. If I'm keeping it in the band, bro.
Everybody's not gonna carry their weight the same. It's natural. Everybody won't carry their weight the same. And you have to just be like, I bet.
Yeah.
Like, that's normal.
Yeah.
Co-producer is gonna give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you.
I agree with Phantom here. Hold on, let's get back real quick.
It's normal. Like, it's not the same. People are just not the same. Like, you need to remove that from your brain. You need to remove that. There needs to be a playmaker. There needs to be the one. And don't confuse what the one is. The one doesn't mean the most famous nigga. The one just means who's gonna run the playmaker. Who's gonna be the one that's doing the most, being a blade, trying to make sure people doing this, trying to make sure they're not about it. You ain't just, you feel me? And you human. If you gonna complain, nigga, but damn, son. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be the one. If it's 2, even better. If it's 3, even better. But it's never gonna be all of you, man. It's never gonna be all of you. Word my mother game. So find the one, whatever that one gonna be, run the play game. And shut the fuck cardboard like a horse game and keep going straight game.
Brooklyn for us.
That's fine. That's exactly how it is. If y'all ain't on the same timing, if one person isn't like putting in the time and effort and keeping everybody on the same fucking page, that's it. You just, it's not about it.
Had this to say when people were asking her about the DDG versus Jay Cinco beef.
Can I say Child, please don't do that. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not on no, like, don't do that.
Ben the Don speaks on his beef with DDG over the chair.
I talked to both them guys, man, and both my guys. I just want to come on here and tell y'all, me and Didi, we spoke on the phone like an hour today. We still good, everything good. I told him my side, how I felt. He respected shit. And then he told me his side, how he felt. I respected shit. And we move forward like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's just all it is. It comes down to handling your business. I hold Didi to a higher standard than everybody else. So I feel like a lot of them guys, they look up to him. So he gotta carry himself as a leader. And I said what I said to him. And he said what he said to me. And everything good, because we man and we can talk about that shit. And that's how y'all gotta be. Everything ain't supposed to be parasocial and y'all business and get in everything. Mm-hmm. We ain't have to take.
Nah, we chopped it up though, bro. Things can be solved with a conversation, you know?
Some people don't like that.
It wasn't that big of a deal. You sat in his chair, he tapped your back, said get up. You had a whole attitude on how a nigga touched you. Like, just get the fuck up. And don't get into a whole back and forth. Like, holy shit. Y'all both were, he was in the right. Get the fuck out my chair. Oh, it's my seat now. Like, nigga, it was DDG's was the problem, that whole entire situation. Ben didn't really do nothing but tell a nigga to get up. That's it. I don't know why we still talking about this like it's prevalent information. It's not. It's not relevant. It's not.
Have conversations, though. Some people rather get views. So, you know, that's where shit go left.
Almighty J said that he feels like he's the one that started the DDG versus J Cinco beef because he's also in the group chat and he was the first to make a comment when DDG squashed the beef with Reggie on Kaisen's stream, and then all the other guys chimed in after he said something first.
Because I was the first person, I ain't gonna lie, when the Mafia thought shit, because y'all know how I feel about the whole situation with the Reggie shit. Like, y'all know that's me, you feel me? So honestly, I really feel like I was in the group chat expressing how I was feeling coming from, like, how I feel towards Reggie. I'm not gonna say was siding with me, but like, yeah, like was throwing their little 2 cents in, and obviously, like, Moo on stream, you feel me? He felt some type of way, like I'm working. Why the fuck y'all trying to make me be like a dumbass? You feel me? And I'm working this shit, which is understandable. You feel me? Like, you respect that shit, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like it should have really just stopped right there. I don't know how it didn't stop right there.
YK Osiris had this to say about the J Cinco and DDG's beef.
Team DDG or Team Cinco? I don't like DDG. I think he a crab. Whole lane with money. They trying to put Cinco in a
whole lane with a lot of money. Yeah, that's funny as hell, bro.
box because he's known as a shark and he's attractive to a lot of women. So they think they trying to put him in the box. And Cinco like, bro, I ain't trying to get put in the box. I want to be with my lady. I don't want to be with all the girls. And why you talking about you put somebody on? Talking about I'm the program. You ain't bigger than the program. The program is God. You not bigger than him. So who you think it is?
You know what? That is so true. That is factamundo, nigga. The program is God. You ain't bigger than God. That's what people need to get that shit straight. Because I heard that and I was like, who's bigger than the program? The program, you don't know who's bigger than the program, nigga.
I feel like if it's going to happen for somebody, it's going to happen for somebody. Why are you trying to throw stuff? That's why I don't like people doing stuff.
DDG's cousin Tio speaks on the conversation he had with J Cinco when J Cinco said that he was going to call his Crip homies.
I don't pick sides. I'm a real, like, real don't involve they self in shit that don't got nothing to do with it. Until shit get to an extent that you can't take back from it, then that's when, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm a real I'm getting stuff that don't got nothing to do with me. Yes, I'm in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, but like I said, I love Cinco. What I'm going my cousin be from him. Let me stop with Cinco. I told bro like this, cause you bring any outsiders out, it's not going like that. It's gonna go a whole different way that you think it is. It's gonna go a step above. You bring any outsiders, I'm like, bro, it's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, not even just saying that. This is DDG you talking about. This is a whole celebrity you talking about. You know what I'm saying? You think anybody finna let anybody touch me? Even if I don't give a fuck. If I was mad at and I was super mad at this, man, if I hear that my best friend bringing outsiders to do anything to my cousin or try to fight my cousin, I'm gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I'm gonna have to pick a side. That's what I'll explain to Cinco. Me and Cinco going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like he just said, we was going back and forth for a little bit. But I told him, like, man, hell no, I'm like, you tripping, nigga. I said, boy, you don't get a flip. That's what I told that nigga.
If Cinco was single, we probably would have. He'll be in that room next door. That's just what it is. It's understandable. Like, I get it. I know that, bro. It's okay. But don't sit here and try to hate farm me and say I'm the reason you're not in the house.
That's a cap.
He would have been at that party front and center if that wasn't in a relationship.
Just gotta lock in, bro. You know,
Not his
myself more
relationship.
than ever. You feel me? You
I think
need,
it's his
you know what I'm saying?
relationship.
Like when niggas go through shit like this, fool. Like I just want to apologize in advance if I do get like distant. You feel me with this shit? 'Cause I get like that when I go through this type of shit, man.
E-King did respond back to Tia Kemp.
$150,000 car.
That in itself, that's a lot of shit, bro. That's a lot of beefing. Let me know what y'all think about that whole situation. Let's get it. I do think J Cinco and DDG are both like just over here bugging out. That's just it. I don't think the motherfucker should be beefing, but hey, fuck it. Let me see, what is this? The truth about being a YouTuber. I am a YouTuber. I am a content creator. I've been that for 14 years. The truth about it is, if you're still doing it and you haven't succeeded, keep on grinding, keep on succeeding. Success is what you make of it. Let's get it.
I think there's a huge difference between the idea of becoming a content creator and the reality of it. When I was younger, I thought all YouTubers were just like celebrities, only eating at 5-star restaurants, living in Los Angeles, and driving a Lamborghini just to go to Walmart. Hey man, that couldn't be further from the truth. Instead, I'm sitting here in my underwear animating Stickman at 4:30 in the morning. Ever since actually becoming a content creator myself, I've come to realize—
Look, that's the grind. You be staying up long hours, long nights. You gotta treat it like a job before it becomes a job. And a lot of niggas don't seem to know that. A lot of people around you don't seem to know that this can make you money overnight or this can fail you. You gotta treat it like a job, push it like a job, and it becomes a job. Even when the hours you put into this shit, even when it doesn't become a job, it'll be a job. Hold on, let me talk to y'all for a second, chat. Let me talk to y'all for a second, chat. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Where is this? The moment this becomes a job is the moment you've been putting in long hours, long days, long nights, and it becomes that. Straight fact. The moment you've been putting in, it becomes that, my nigga. Some people don't understand that. There are long nights of editing I had that I hated it. There were days I would edit a whole podcast for like 2 days, and I hated it. I done shit that I didn't like, and I still, look where I'm at. I haven't even reached 2K yet. And I hate it. I hate the fact that I'm not, I can't say at an Aisha Speed level or Kai Cenat. I think there's different levels of comedy and energy on that. You know what I mean? I gotta bring that differently to myself. Like the energy comes out my ass. But when you get envious, all that shit, I usually tell people this. If you want it, you want it. If you don't want this, you never wanted this in the first place. You never wanted this. That's why niggas try every day to get this. Niggas never wanted this, bro. Some niggas don't want this. And niggas think they want this, but they never wanted this. They never wanted this because if they did want this, they would be trying every day. You gotta be waking up around 4, staying up around 4 a.m. in the fucking morning, going to sleep around 5, waking up somewhere closer to like 12 o'clock, and putting more fucking hours back in. You got to. There's nothing else but this. If you ain't obsessive with this, then what the fuck you obsessed with? Because that, whatever you're obsessed with now, if it don't make you something and build you back anything, it don't make sense.
How much actually goes on behind the scenes. When I was like 10 years old, I remember watching animation content creators like Jaden Animations or The Odd Ones Out and would often find myself wondering, geez, why do these animators only post once a month? How lazy are they? Guys, I am so sorry. I get it now. Because I was a dumb 10-year-old, I wasn't even considering the countless hours worth of scripting, drawing, recording, and then editing. It's just so, I feel like I need to mention, though, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that content creation is harder than a 9-to-5, because no. Dude, you sit down in your ergonomic chair and caption TikTok videos on CapCut for an hour and a half a day. You are not a blue-collar worker. Just like pretty much anything, being a YouTuber comes with—
I do think this, I said this before. I'll say this again. My ear is beating. I'll say this again, I'll say this before. To be a content creator, it's hard work. What level of hard work it's at? Come on, bro. To be real with you, the level it's at is, nigga, it's hard and it sucks and I don't want to do it. But when you have passion for this, it no longer becomes hard. When you have dedication for this, it no longer becomes hard. When you have a drive for this, it no longer becomes hard. When you believe in this, it no longer becomes hard. If you about this, it's not hard at all. If you aren't about this, bitch, good luck.
tons of ups and downs. Now listen, I'm only speaking on the side of animation commentary videos because, you know, I'm not filming vlogs or doing last to leave the circle gets $1 million. Nah, I'm solely talking on the animation side of things. I am in no way, shape, or form cut out to be giving away Pokemon wrapped Teslas or doing last to leave videos. I promise, the winner's gonna be getting $10 and a Burger King coupon. The reason that I started thinking about all of this is because as of right now, the Pokemon YouTube channel has officially turned 3 years old. That's right, on October 1st, 2022, I decided to go on this very website, youtube.com, and create my own channel. And then about 45 minutes later, I posted my very first video.
Okay, now I just want to say, I am not the biggest smoke.
Okay, that's enough. Let's just... It's better. Allow me to set the scene. I'm 17 years old, fresh out of high school. I graduated about a month ago, and I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I'm working at Marshall's, which is fine, but I didn't want that to become what I did for eternity till I withered away. One day, I'm on YouTube, and I noticed a specific kind of content was blowing up. Stickman YouTubers. Out of nowhere, there seemed to be a wave of Storytime Stickman YouTubers. Just as you would notice one of these Stickman creators, another 30 would pop out of nowhere. I remember like a week after noticing this, I texted my girlfriend something along the lines of, this could be my chance. I could actually do something with this. To which she fully supported. So on the morning of October 1st, one day after my 18th birthday, I made this very channel. Pokemon. Almost immediately after making the channel, I started drawing visuals for my very first video on the Snapchat drawing feature. I hated drawing with my mouse on MS Paint because who doesn't? Every single visual that you see in my very first video was drawn with Snapchat on my iPhone. Doing every single visual took me about 30-40 minutes, and then I decided to record a story time with a pair of Apple earbuds and my phone. I emailed myself every single drawing, saved it to my computer, and then put it together in some garbage Microsoft Movie Maker software and posted it that exact same day.
That's called dedication. That's called dedication. That's called time. That's called precision. That's called putting in the fucking work. Everything he did, I would have never did. I did everything with an iPhone 4S that my mom... So how I became a photographer and how I became a videographer, right? I was already doing YouTube. So being a videographer was nothing. But my mom gave me my first ever iPhone, which was my first iPhone was iPhone 1 I got from my friend. But my first ever iPhone was an iPhone 4S. And that iPhone 4S was the best iPhone I ever had. God bless it. You know, I turned it in, got an iPhone 6S, and now I got me a 10 and a 13. But that iPhone, I used it to become a videographer, a cameraman. I even remember using a camera. That's why I say to this day, Apple needs to come out with an Apple camera. Apple needs to come out with an Apple camera today, because what the fuck are we doing? So I was able to I was creating on like my computer's like webcam, which was shitty. And I started creating using a Blue Yeti microphone. I got a webcam. I really started putting in time and dedication into these things. Can't lie to you, my webcam setup was terrible. Like I remember having boxes, like my old videos. But yo, like he put in time.
Absolutely nothing happened with my video, and I kind of just assumed that at this point it was over. But then all of a sudden, one morning, I woke up and saw on my phone that I had gained 100 views. And from there, it just kept on going up and up and up. I didn't even eat breakfast that morning. I remember I just made a new video and immediately posted again. And then that video was a success, and it just kept going. It was so surreal being able to say that a video that I made was getting over 100 views. Man, even getting viewers that weren't just myself and my friends was incredible. Over the course of the next few weeks, there weren't as many of these YouTubers who were blowing up, and there were only a few that remained. And somehow, out of hundreds of these Stickman YouTubers, I was one of the last creators who just didn't fizzle out and lose all relevance.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. Although this type of content wasn't
out and lose all relevancy. Now, although this type of content wasn't exactly what I had in mind, I wasn't really complaining because I finally was doing YouTube to some sort of success. Now, real quick, let me come out and say, yes, these videos, at least on my end, were extremely low effort and not good. The visuals were bad, the audio was just terrible, and worst of all, the stories were so boring. They were so unentertaining, and they all went exactly the same every single time. Every single one of my videos at the time went something like,
okay, so this one time I was with my friend and bro, we didn't even know what was going on, so we ate chips, watched Family Guy, and went to bed.
That's a W story time, dog.
And just imagine this exact same story, but in a different setting every time. Graduation, school, the movies. Dude, the movies, are we serious? It's just repetitive and boring. Like, honestly, any form of criticism that I was receiving during this time regarding my video making skills is completely valid because I was just posting anything. Dude, at the time, I would be getting comments like, how does this video have 10,000 views? Which honestly did hurt my feelings at the time. But now that I think about it, yeah, how did this video get 10,000 views? Even to this day, I still can't bring myself to watch any of my old videos. Like, if the CIA ever needed to get some sort of top secret information out of me, simply showing me my old videos for longer than 30 seconds would be the easiest way to get what they want. Nah. Slowly but surely, though, I improved my video making skills. While starting off with YouTube, I met other stickman creators like
Exo. You gotta improve over time with content. That's what I've done. I've tried.
Oni, the Duck, Birdie, who were all so nice and helpful with just YouTube stuff. For starters, they told me how to edit my videos with an actual editing software instead of using Snapchat, so I downloaded Sony Vegas from a random YouTube link. By the way, never ever do this. It hacked my computer using some Russian crypto software. After that terrible fiasco, I just switched to Adobe Premiere Pro, which I know looks like a spaceship control panel at first glance, but it's easy to learn, I promise. I'm mainly telling this to the one guy who comments under every single one of my videos. I make them on Premiere Pro. I hope you enjoy. Guys, I am going to TwitchCon.
Yeah, I make my own. I used to use Camtasia. I used to use the free version of Camtasia. And then I used to use a hack to keep Camtasia longer because, bro, I'm not paying for shit. So I had a free version of Camtasia for a while, and then I used to use the hack that would restart Camtasia for every 30 days. And each time it got to like 10, I just used the hack again. So yeah, shout out to that Camtasia hack. That shit helped me out. Or no, it was the Premiere Pro hack. I would download Premiere Pro and use the free Premiere Pro and then go and use the Premiere Pro hack itself, where it was a kid online that was like, yeah, just do this, and boom, you can use Premiere Pro for 30 more days. And you can use it as many times as you want, and Premiere Pro never patched it. Unless they did, I don't know. But that hack was so important to me because I needed software. I needed to keep using something. I needed free fucking shit because I just couldn't pay for it. Especially when it was like an every month thing. I was like, y'all niggas bugged the fuck out. But yeah, I agree with them.
And San Diego, California. Yippee! I'm gonna be there all 3 days with some other creator friends. I don't even know how this is relevant. I just see other creators talk about how they're going, so surprise, I'm going. Thankfully, I was able to drift away from that old style of content and start talking about things that were more personable to me and stuff that I actually cared about. For example, I had recently graduated, so I thought, why not make some videos about school? Sprinkle in some Gen Z nostalgia here and there, and you know what, just for funsies, let's make an entire video making fun of British food. I even dabbled in short form content, and it's because of the few short form tier list videos that ultimately pushed me to hit my first ever big milestone that I'd been aiming for ever since I was a kid. 100,000 subscribers. Woo! It was so weird actually logging into YouTube Studio and seeing that was my real.
That's my goal. My goal is to hit 10K and then 100,000, because bro, like another 100,000, you're on your way to 1 million, bro. That's just beautiful right there. Shout out to dog.
Real life subscriber count, you know, I wasn't doing the inspect element thing, and I was just making content. I could finally call myself a YouTuber, and then I burnt out. The feeling of not really wanting to do anything, like you've given everything you possibly can, is so miserable. That constant go, go, go feeling, and also that thought that every second you don't spend being productive in some way, you're just wasting away time.
Yeah.
Some people might think it's totally not worth it, but in my case, I would burn out 10 times over to keep doing this. For the better part of my life, I've always been watching YouTube. Of course, I did spend some time watching some Nickelodeon here and some Cartoon Network there, but for the most part, I was always watching content on YouTube. The content that I would typically watch was gaming Let's Play videos. Creators like Dan TDM, popular MMOs, and Stampy were always my first pick. And like a lot of people at the time, my young mind saw this and immediately thought, I want to do that. The only problem was I wasn't really sure how I was going to make this happen because my family didn't have a fancy gaming computer. No, we had a piece of garbage laptop from like 2002 that couldn't even run Flash games. Also, my parents didn't want their 9-year-old kid making a YouTube channel at the time because internet safety and stuff, so for the time being, my YouTube dreams were slowly shot down. However, there was another passion that I had, which was drawing. I don't mean to shatter any hopes that you might have that, you know, behind the stick man, I have some secret hidden drawing talent, because that's not true. Even when I was young, I was drawing stickman comic books. In the middle of class, I'd spend most of my time drawing mindless crap instead of paying attention to what the teacher had to say. Dude, no matter how hard I tried, I wasn't able to focus on literally anything, and I was super loud and obnoxious. I just wish there was a formal name to describe this exact type of behavior. It would just explain so much. Oh well, guess not. During this
everybody thinks, oh, I had ADHD. Like, maybe you were just a fucking rambunctious kid. Not everyone has ADHD. Remember, you're just a kid going through kid energy. That's it.
Time, there was a new style of YouTubers that were slowly coming up into the spotlight and almost taking over the entire platform. Animation story time. Tubers. This all started when on a story time. Tubers. This all started when on a crisp autumn evening, I was at a friend's house and he showed me this video he liked of some guy talking about his experiences on when he worked at My apologies. Subway. Obviously, me being a kid with a really bad attention span, I thought, why would this dunce think I'd want to spend my time watching a video of some guy talking about him doing work? That sounds so unbelievably boring.
I single-handedly saved that Subway. Wait, what have I done?
Can we watch it again? Dude, we've watched it 8 times already. Can't we just watch something? Okay, yeah, we'll rewatch it. You know how when you look back at a moment or an event that completely changed you? That is how I felt when I watched this Odd Ones Out video. Once I discovered all the other animation creators out there, I was addicted to every single one of these videos. Dude, I was such a big fan. I was even making fan art for them. So, I ended up making a Tumblr account because I remember that's what the Odd Ones Out said he started using. Although I had literally no idea what I was doing, I posted my first ever Tumblr comic. And another. And another, and then I stopped. Hey man, all these comics took me quite a bit of time, you know? Eventually my parents did let me make a YouTube channel, and I kept on growing up making different types of content. I tried my hand at gameplay commentary, but wasn't really my strong suit. I attempted to become a Geometry Dash YouTuber. I also tried to become a video essay creator right when that niche was blowing up. I made a video about Undertale, which I spent like 3 weeks on, and I was super proud of it when I posted, which was awesome, don't get me wrong. But when I watch it now, it's like, that's the best you could come up with in 3 weeks? And then eventually I ended up doing the stickman thing. Anyways, yeah.
You know, people always realize, like, you put time and effort in something, but you were a kid at some point, and that point, you showed your creative juices, pause, as a kid, and you put time and effort into what you believed in. Like, holy shit, bro.
That's literally it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Instagram, and I will see you guys next week.
I feel like being a content creator now, you got to build and create and do more. And when you get subscribers, I think, to me, a subscriber is someone who's a fucking awesome supporter. Because I feel like I haven't had the support. I've had support, but I haven't had that support. That support is what means most.
What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes on the day another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is, what is today? October 8th. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We're on hump day of October 8th. We're already
Hump
8 days
day?
into October and the spooky
Tomorrow is
season.
New York
And
Comic-Con.
bro, chill, okay? I had to go to the doctors on Monday and Tuesday, okay? I had another explosion. I might make a video on that later, okay? Another one of my body parts did explode. But god damn, bro, like it's like literally I step away and then I come back and then y'all just be wilding out here on these streets, on the VTuber streets, okay? On the Taylor Swift streets, okay? And apparently something on the Hassan streets. Like oh my lord, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the world. This is not looking good for the world. Like, do you guys feel that? Like, you think about it, like, man, the world ain't looking so good. I'm tired, boss. I don't want that to be the case forever. I don't want the world is not looking good until infinity, right? Like, I'm done. I think we have to take a stand. What do we need to do? Create some kind of mental mindset shift, okay? Like, no more doom gloom. Life good? Question mark? I don't know. I can't count on the world to be a better place, so I have to try to figure out how to make my world and my view of it a better place. Because otherwise, nah, bro, this is not good for our mental health. Let's start off with some good news, okay? Some good old-fashioned Markiplier not being in the hospital and man actually getting married? Question mark to his long partner, Amy. Ragnarok 107 saying Markiplier got married, and yes, that's correct. This is the marriage of 2025. The marriage of 25, bro. Markiplier has announced that he and his girlfriend, Amy Nelson, are officially married. So they've probably been engaged for a while. You probably had no idea. They had a little secret wedding somewhere out there. And Marky Moo is actually married, following the pipeline of YouTuber into getting married and then having kids and leaving off the internet, kind of like PewDiePie. Well, actually not leaving the internet. PewDiePie is still making videos and they're still absolutely goated. He's just he's living his villain saga, different chapter of his life. But this is cute, guys. Look at Markiplier and the all white, and you got Amy over there on the right, and they're eating that. It looks like a cheesecake, a very, very delicious cheesecake with a lot of tasty fruits. So Markiplier, on behalf of all of the goons on the YouTube here on my side of the internet, yo, congratulations on the marriage, king, okay? You got yourself a good one, okay? She's got herself a good one, and I hope you guys are both happy forever and ever. On to some not so good news. Hassan Piker, bro, oh my God, he is under fire. I woke up and as a cat dad, I was like, say it ain't so, say it ain't so. You know, the drama's all nice and fun from time to time or whatever, okay? But now we talking about animals, okay? I wouldn't even mind if it was a kid. If a kid, I'm like, screw it, whatever. Screw them kids. But animals?
Screw them kids is
bro,
crazy.
Okay, what is going on, homie? Mika and a lot of you guys pointing me to this post, and apparently people are saying that Hassan Piker is a dog abuser. Don't worry, he won't get banned for breaking TOS. And you got the Yeet guy saying Hassan's dog, Kaya, yelps after he appeared to reach something while telling her to get back in place. No, please tell me this is not so. I haven't seen the clip, but please tell me this is not the case, bro. Come on.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
Oh, she hit something.
Jesus Christ.
What happened?
You're being such a baby.
I think she hit something.
It's just
got like a little shock.
You're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
Wait, what do you mean spoiled? What happened?
She doesn't want to come over here to see what's up. She just wants to fucking roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone, and she needs to literally have the same structured, regimented.
That she was doing
man is
before?
freaking out. He knows this looks bad. Hold up.
He's
Why
looking-
did the dog
he's
just, why did
looking to
she
the
yelp
left.
like that? And what's wrong with a big dog roaming the house? What do you mean? Like she was allowed to roam the house? Your dog is not allowed to roam? Like gotta
depends
just
on the
sit in
roaming, I
one
guess.
place? Like what's going on? Why can't okay, lots of questions. The part though where she
Lots of
yelps,
things
I
must
didn't
be
see it.
answered.
Some people are saying that there was a collar. I didn't see a collar. It looked like something was on her foot. I don't want to look at it.
I think
one
she
more
got
time.
hit
my
by
gosh, with
something.
that yelp. Oh
She got shocked by something. Something touched her. She was like, "Oh no!"
Let me play the last 10 seconds.
I think that clip went to Trump's big baby desk immediately. I hate everything.
So Hassan is now stressing out. It sounds like because he knows that this is about to be clipped into infinity. What did it say? It said her paw got stuck on the bed. That's why.
I believe that.
I don't know, but a lot of people in the chat were basically be like, "Oh my freaking god!" Another person here said, "Check on her." Like that's what I would be doing immediately, bro. Bro, if one of my babies make a yelp like that, right? I'm getting up. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna pet. I'm gonna cuddle. What do you mean, bro? What's the whole? He seems like he's more annoyed or frustrated by the yelp than the.
I would be like, nigga, the yelp. Frustrated and annoyed. Yeah, I'd be like, why are you yelping? But at the same time, it's like he don't know. He's like, what the fuck? What's with the yelp?
I don't know. As an animal lover, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I'm seeing people posting the replies, though. It says he's got a shock collar on the K9 turned up to the max. There's a light here. They're showing a picture here, and it shows a green. I'm thinking this is not AI, and yeah. Oh, man. I've had big dogs growing up. I had 2 Fila Brasileiros growing up. Never gave them a shock collar. I am not a huge fan of the shock collars. I think my parents, when I was a kid, even thought about it, and they brought one into the house, and then they tried it, right, just to see what it felt like, and it was like, oh, hell no. It was like on the lowest vibration, that thing was still extremely painful, right? I know that people have different ways of training their animals and their pets, but me personally could not do the collar. For me, I feel like the collar is too much, but at least for my breed of dog, we were able to train them as puppies and as babies very early on, so the collar wasn't necessary. This person said when you calibrate these collars, you're supposed to start out in the lowest selling, then work your way up. They're only supposed to be used to get their attention to mitigate potential danger or compliance with the command, requiring a low setting of 5 to 10, 15. Most canines respond to lower, or the use of vibration, not 100 plus shock. When the dog yelped, it clearly reached for the remote. He clearly reached for the remote, then activated. What he's doing here is abuse. So I don't know the details of all the movements yet. I don't know if this means that this is at a full charge shock. I don't know that either. That's what this person is saying. A lot of people are saying a lot of different things. So now that this has happened, right, people have been digging through VODs and clips and finding kind of proof that he has owned a shock collar with the dog. Him actually.
You know what's crazy? That motherfuckers don't like Hassan Piker. And the moment that they don't like Hassan Piker is just because he is not caring about his dog. The people pick the weirdest times to not like somebody. But obviously when animals come in, people don't like humans. But animals are different. Animals are like cute little cuddly, you know, like you gotta care about an animal. A human, like fuck that nigga. Like fuck that. I care about the dog more than the human. And that's all right, I guess.
Saying that he owns a shock collar. There's more clips. They're circulating everywhere. Like the internet detectives are basically finding everything that shows that he owns a shock collar, that he's used a shock collar. There's a high chance that there's a shock collar. And yeah, my thing before we even show the clips is my thing that makes me feel a little bit weird about it, again, is if my dog yelps like that, if my animals, anything yelps like that, bro, I am literally diving. I'm going to dive at them and then cradle them for 10 minutes. My baby, my baby, my baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. This is my problem with, I like animals. I don't like animals to this point of view, right? Because it makes niggas look weird. My baby. It's a fucking cat. It's a fucking dog. Yes, it's your baby. But it's not a literal fucking baby. That shit is damn near as grown as you. Shut the fuck up. I don't know why it pisses me off, but it does at the same time. I love animals. I do, don't get me wrong. It's just I don't treat them like babies. I don't treat them like they're children because they're not. You know what I'm saying? They know what the fuck is going on. They just don't want to listen.
Bro, so like the fact that he kind of seems more irritated, that doesn't sit well with me. That doesn't sit well with me at all as a pet owner. No, like when you see your animal show that kind of sign of like that barking, that kind of sadness, I feel like the first instinct is to come to them to make them feel better. My opinion. So here's another clip that people are sharing where another person comes on stream and says they think that the collar on Maya is too tight.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's there's a lot of neck meat.
And
What do you mean there's a lot of neck meat, bro? Bro. If someone says that they think that I might be doing something to my pet that may be causing mild discomfort, let alone choking, I'm literally going to err towards the other way around of loosen it immediately. I had a friend who had a collar on their pet as well, and I was like, have you checked their neck? There's like bites and stuff around there. I think the collar on their neck is a little bit too tight. It can happen. It's sometimes that can happen, right? So if somebody tells me like, I think that it's a little bit too tight, I'm literally going to untighten that joint ASAP. Oh my God. So here's another clip that people are playing. Apparently XQC was on Twitch and he was kind of recording it himself, looking at it through the play-by-play. He thinks that there's a 98% chance that the dog has a shot collar and that's why Kaya yelped. Here's another clip though of him responding to it later.
To hear oral arguments on Thursday.
Oh my
we should note
God.
that new CBS
Is there like a fucking LSF video or something? Is that why there's like hella people coming in here and screeching?
Motherfucker.
Is that what's going on? Oh, classic. Oh. It started on D.
Somebody said there are 5 clips.
You know what's crazy? Hassan Piker ain't the type of... He's such an arrogant fuck that he doesn't go and be like, all right, what's going on? And tries to solve the problem. He just is this arrogant and this, I don't care.
Somebody said no, there are 5 clips.
Then H3, then LSF is the classic pipeline. I'm gonna fucking die, dude. Yes, I am incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet. Is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
So he said that the reason why she yelled was because she clipped herself. Okay, so there was no shocking involved. People are saying that she may be wearing a shock collar, but there was no shocking involved. That's what Hassan is saying here in this statement, right? But again, shock collar or not, right? Again, if my baby girl is yelping because something happened to her, bro, like my immediate, I can't not react. My immediate thing is my heart drops and then to my stomach and I gotta go fly to her rescue, bro, like Superman. Like, oh man,
My
if you look
baby.
on Reddit, Twitter, everywhere, I can't find any place where people are kind of defending him. A lot of people think that Hassan is lying, okay, saying that it was the shot caller, it wasn't being tripped, and that he's gaslighting everybody into thinking that it's something else.
gaslighter?
And people are again looking through
Motherfucker.
proof and VODs to say that yes, he has owned a shot collar and that it is a shot collar, and people are trying to get him removed from the platform for animal abuse. So I wanted to watch the clip one more time because it does look like that Hassan wants Kaya to basically sit in the background. Like, you know, like sometimes I have my cats in my videos, right? They just sit there and then they come lay, and they can roam whatever. There's a cat. I guess Hassan has rules for his dog that his dog is not allowed to free roam the house and has to sit right there in that corner of his screen.
I don't like that Hassan has that One Piece rug and then he talk about One Piece being political, which will be a conversation I'm going to aim real soon in this video, which I got to find that clip.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Big dogs need movement. They need to be able to roam, okay? They need yards. I'm sure he has a yard, right? And they don't need to be roaming all of the freaking time. But also, I don't feel like, in my opinion, that dogs should have to sit in one place for any long period of time, especially when you're streaming. That shouldn't be a thing. Like, why are you not in the background sitting back there? Like, they let animals move around as they please and not just sit in one spot so that they can be in part of the camera. I don't know if he has reasons for keeping this dog in the corner there, but I can't think of any good ones.
All of America's much more
So she's
consequential
moving.
violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why
Okay.
America.
She's getting up.
Kaya, please.
So as soon as she's getting up, he says, Kaya, please. He does look like he's looking elsewhere now.
Just fucking.
It looks like he's reaching something with his left hand.
Go. Just stop.
Oh. Okay. That. What?
It looked
That
like she
doesn't
got
look good.
nipped
That
by
doesn't look
something.
good. One more time.
Please just fucking go. Just stop.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games. Unlock bigger screens and better control.
Jesus Christ.
see this again.
Please just fucking go. Just stop.
Oh, she hit something. No, that right
Just
there.
stop.
Oh.
You noticed it? It's
Okay.
quick. It's quick. It's quick, but something was there.
What? That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. One more time.
Please just fucking go. Just stop.
Oh, she hit something, but she yelped. She jumped and yelped. She was like, "Oh,
Jesus Christ. What are you doing? You're being such a baby.
It don't look good. It don't look good. It don't look good.
Kaya, please just.
Yeah. As soon as Kaya's in the spot, right? He's not looking back. So if my dog is not in the place where he's supposed to be, I will look back and be like, hey, bro, get back over there. I will look over there, right? But if I see that she's not in the spot and I look away from her, like it does look like he's reaching for something else.
mm-hmm."
That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I
Shot
watched it like
caller.
a whole bunch of times, guys. I don't like what I saw. I'm curious to see what his explanation would be outside of. He said they stepped on something. I looked at the clip. It did not look like she stepped on anything. It verily looked like she got shocked by something. That's what I am observing. Could I be wrong? Potentially, yes. So I'm not going to make any claims about this for legal reasons, but it doesn't look good no matter how many times I see it. So now I present to you guys Ethan Klein, okay? Hassan's #1 biggest hater who's made a content nuke.
A big
okay?
op.
This is the guy of all guys. They used to be buddies and now they're mortal enemies. And he had something to say about the clip as well that I'll go ahead and play as Hassan's biggest enemy, right? I'm just very curious of what Ethan has to say.
Big op.
Many of you guys know that I'm a dog lover, and there are few things that horrify me more than people that abuse their animals. These are precious creatures that need us, depend on us, and abusing that trust is such a horrible crime. A clip of Hassan Piker is going viral right now of him shocking his dog Kaya for taking one step off of her mat. Let's take a look. I always found it bizarre how Kaya, who's this young, energetic puppy, stayed in 1 square foot of Hassan's room, right in sight of camera, almost like just a prop in his room. Well, now we know why. He's using extreme austerity measures to shock and abuse his animal and then blaming her, getting mad at her.
Oof. You know it's crazy when your biggest op just comes out and just bow, 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 snipes you real quick. Like, don't think he's not doing it on purpose. He's doing it.
For him hurting her. There's further evidence from a recent broadcast.
And now it's mainstream.
Yes.
I love her.
I played that as well. Okay, I already got you, Ethan. I've already seen that as well.
A woman on Hassan's stream was concerned enough that, she had to say something live. I'm sure that was the last thing she wanted to do was humiliate him on his own stream, but she was that worried. She couldn't even fit a single finger under her collar. And you get the sense that he was about to say, it's a shock collar. He says, it's a ... and then he doesn't finish the sentence.
He stops
As I'm
his
sure
sentence.
Hassan will try to deny using a shock collar. Here's a clip of him admitting he owns one.
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your cool down.
You have arrived.
Your surprise for mom.
Or,
Wait, what?
fish and... My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar. Or, fish and his dogs for Fish and his dog's barking. I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it.
With all that evidence and more coming out,
I bought it, and then he finished eating his fucking food, and eventually he probably uses it. Like, that's probably what's on her, is a shock collar. He has a shock collar. He has a thing to press it on the damn dog. Not my dog, nigga. Fuck it.
it's pretty hard to deny that Hassan has been abusing his dog for the absolutely vain project of just sitting there in frame for 9 hours straight every day. Terrible.
Okay. All right. Oh, man. It don't look good. It don't look good. That's the situation in a nutshell. I don't see any other like replies or anything responses in regards to Hassan or his explanation about the situation outside of Kaya potentially hurting her foot, which I do not feel like is what occurred there. I
feel like that yelp, she jumped from her right paw and bounced. That was from a shock collar. Like, I try to scare my dog. He don't jump. The only time he jumps is when he wants to go outside. So I know that was a use of a shock collar.
I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm just letting y'all know exactly what I see. This does not look good. I am very curious to see what Hassan has to say. He cannot not address this. This is definitely something that he's going to have to quite literally address. And if he says that it's not a shock collar or something, and then he shows the collar, I don't know if he's going to take accountability for what occurred, what people feel like is happening. I don't know what exactly he's going to say.
I'm going to agree with one thing, though.
I do know that
he's
as
not taking
a pet
no
lover and a
accountability.
pet owner, I've owned a lot of large dogs. I have 2 babies. I'll find them eventually. Where are they? Here is Andy. I love my babies, man. I love my babies, right? And I just cannot imagine hearing a yelp from one of my babies like that. That would scare the living hot of hell out of me. And I've had some big dogs, bro, okay? And they can make some noises. So, I mean, I just love my boy. You know how you guys feel in the comments below, okay? I showed you guys some of the evidence out there. I showed you some clips. This is all objective information. What do you think you viewed? I'm waiting. I really want to hear Hassan's other side here. I do not think it looks good. I keep saying it over and over, but I can't see anything else that's happening here outside of mistreatment of a dog. That's what I'm observing right now. If he can say anything that can say otherwise, I'm open to hopefully hearing it, but it's looking bad. Also, in freaking absolutely insane news, VTuber news, okay? The return of Sender, okay? For those normies out here who watch this channel and you just don't know anything about VTubers, you know that there's anime people, right? They walk amongst us, they make videos, they have very big boobies and high squeaky voices, and they bounce around. That's a thing, okay?
Sender
if you don't know, now you know, all right? Well, Noboru said Sender's apparent return with a 1,000-page doc. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Uh-oh. Google Docky. This,
1,000 pages is crazy.
1,000 pages?
1,000 pages
Hello?
is crazy.
Is this a freaking, is this a Harry Potter?
Is
What
this
do you
doxing
mean
is this the Epstein files?
1,000-page document. There is no way. I feel like that there should be a cap or a limit. This is nah. Okay. Just in case you guys don't know what occurred. This is Sender, okay? She's a VTuber. A couple of months back, okay? She got absolutely eviscerated from YouTube and her platform because a whole bunch of VTubers came out all at once like the Avengers and showed up with all of these receipts that showed that looks like Sender and her boyfriend, her spouse, this other dude as well, that's also the agent of her as well, were basically going in the background and being kind of like mean girls, okay? Trying to hoard this other VTuber artist by the name of Nanolis. Nanolis is a person who makes VTube art and was basically trying to hoard her and keep her in one place. And then a lot of people came out with other claims and documents saying that, yeah, I also think I was also a victim of her as well. It was Shy Lily. I think my girl Aru was coming in there as well.
What?
There was a whole bunch of people coming out and being like, yeah, I think I've had some interactions with Sender that shows that she was out here mean girly gaslighting and basically trying to push people around in order to enforce her career. And
so this girl,
you and I, we sat down and we read it. It was a big document. And I remember reading it, and I don't remember all of the details. But I do remember specifically that there was a lot of fluff and there was a lack of accountability. I have to go back to the video. You guys can watch it or whatever. I'll probably do a recap and then we'll will I read this video? 1,000 pages? Anyway, Senator said the burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. They lie to you. Here's 1,000 pages of proof.
Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 10th.
It used to take 5 apps and 3 timeouts to find the game.
The accuser, not the accused. They lie to you. Here's 1,000 pages of proof.
I'm gonna be real with you. Ain't nobody reading that shit. We do not care. We do not give a fuck. I don't even care about Sender. I remember like being on Omni's channel as he did that. I would 1,000 nigga. After I'm done with 5, I'm probably like, okay, cool. But how much proof do you need? 1,000 pages? Nigga. It would take a nigga months to get through all that to find out where the proof is at. Nah, I'm not doing it.
So more does not actually mean better, okay?
It doesn't.
I said this in the other Google document I was talking about her, okay? More pages just means fluff. In fact, I think it's done intentionally
she lying,
to make people tired and fatigued and gassed into actually understanding what is happening.
Who reading all that?
When you give people too much information, then you're not actually sticking to the main core points. And the main core points are probably just being expounded. A lot of people are saying this document has a bunch of screenshots, so pictures, so a lot of it, but there's no. Summarize, okay? Otherwise, you're just throwing the book at somebody and saying, that's enough, I'm exonerated, goodbye. And then what happens is that people are like, I don't have time to sit here and read 1,000 pages, you know?
No one's doing all that shit.
That's the whole point. You don't have time to read 1,000 pages. You literally do not. That's the whole entire point. The way that she is giving this information is not for you to digest or for you to eat. I'm just talking about the presentation so far. I have not read the actual contents yet, and I don't want to say that her side, her second side is no.
Summarize. I do agree. Summarize it because through those 1,000 pages, there might be more information or less information than you need. If your point is being proven, your point can be proved in less words.
Completely dismissed. I just already do not like the fact that it is being presented in this way. It feels very disingenuous. Been here for a long time. I know how people move. Bro. And maybe did some things get wrong and the things that happened, is she trying to bring out some truths that she might correct? Sure, we can do that. We can look into that. Those. But 1,000 pages? 1,000 pages, bro. You know damn well people, and then what's going to happen is people are like, you didn't read the whole document, Omni. Look, people just don't like to read. No, I was going to say something bad, and I'm not going to do it because this is YouTube, Omni, so I'm not going to say it. Okay,
you're a dickhead.
No, bro. People do not have time to read 1,000 pages, and we are not going to out here and shame people for not reading 1,000 pages. We're just not going to do that. We're not going to gaslight people into thinking, man, you must not care about the situation because you didn't spend hours and hours and hours of your free, limited time consuming information that should have been freaking summarized, okay? With that said, when I woke up this morning, you guys literally, I was all like, oh, what is going, why is Sender, what is happening? Waking up to people asking me to read a 1,000 page document of VTuber drama. And I got to put my boy Tobias Funke out here. Just really, that's what you want me to do, guys. That's what it is. And I say to that, sure, why not? Okay, twitch.tv/InfernoOmni tonight. Okay, sometime between 5 and 6:30, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, maybe.
Nah,
okay.
You a better nigga than me, bro. I ain't reporting none of that shit.
Okay, I'll read it. And then, you know, we'll come to a conclusion, and I'll try to give you guys a summary maybe tomorrow or something like that. But I'll go ahead. I'll read it because that's my job. I've been placed on this earth to read 1,000-page Google Docies. Oh God, I need to reevaluate my life, bro. That this is the place, this is the position. No, I step into this with honor. You know what? We need this. We do need this. With all the crazy shit that's happening, we need some some just ridiculous, delusional. We need this. I think this might actually be a little healthy to take the edge off of some of the real shit that's just happening nonstop. Okay.
He has a point, but nigga,
let's look into this. I'll read it on Twitch. Not here, not right now. Otherwise, this video would be 5 hours long, and I don't got time to edit a 5-hour video. So we'll just turn it into a live stream. Okay, come through, come hang out with me. It'll be this evening. Go follow me and put on notifications so you can know that I'm going live, and we'll do that then. All right. All right. Speaking of Aru, okay, yes, I did mention the homie. Okay, big freaking news for the homie. Aru said, "Y'all really can't keep a secret, but yeah, nice. I won the Mr. Beast. I won the Mr. Beast King of Meat Challenge. I call him Jimmy now because we tight like that. Gonna react to the video tonight on stream. $250,000, homie, for real? You got all right." All right, now now Aru is the sugar mom. If you guys don't know Aru is a Twitch streamer. Okay, she's one of the best and the biggest that's doing it right now, making entertaining comment. She hangs out around with Games Cage, and they're crazy. They're all just crazy people, and I absolutely love them to death. We need to play games sometimes. I love these guys so much. But yeah, she secretly went out somewhere and did some King of Meat video with Mr. Beast, and I'm great. Hey, Jimmy, that's cool. I call Jimmy as well. Okay, I got him on my cell phone as well. I hit him up sometimes, you know. But hey, Jimmy, where's my invite, dog? I am so happy for the homie. This is a ruse sitting and $250,000 worth of discussing $1 bills. But for real, if it's $250,000 worth, then we take those. Okay, very happy to see the homie on the come up. Okay, she's been working very hard, streaming nonstop, and I love to see hard working just pay off. So this is an absolute W.
Yo, I'm so chill right now, but I like the fact that as a content creator, you can get a fucking W out here. And there's niggas like Mr. Beast just giving you money. Let's get it.
And an absolute
winning
payoff
money.
Indeed. Okay, when's the party? When you inviting us out? Okay, for those of you guys now, she's now sugar mommy. So you guys,
sugar mommy is crazy.
Go out there and hit her up. Aru,
after
you
taxes,
invite me over to dinner.
After taxes.
But when's the party? When you inviting us out? Okay, for those of you guys now, she's now sugar mommy. So you guys, go out there and hit her up. Aru, if you want to invite me over to dinner.
I want a Mr. Beast video. I know I've been very quiet about how much I've been traveling and stuff. Yeah. Well, there's a reason for that, and you're gonna see it. I'm gonna be reacting to the video today. I showed
her eyebrows are super thick. Like, she got some nigga eyebrows. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. She got some thicker eyebrows than me. Like, she got some thick eyebrows. Like, what is she, Persian?
My mom this morning. I've been hiding it for such a long time that I haven't been able to tell anybody really where I was, what I was doing, and what I won. I was in a Mr. Beast video. It was crazy. I'm going to be reacting to the footage and talking about it. And if you're just curious what the winner's POV is like.
So I would play the Mr. Beast video for you guys as well to show you her in there as she wins the King of Meat. But I've been copyright striked by Mr. Beast videos before, okay, by playing clips of it. So I ain't touching that, all right? But if you guys do want to go hang out with Aru, okay, you can go follow her on Twitch, all right? You can go watch her YouTube video, okay?
I don't even know who the fuck she is.
She's very chill. She's very down to earth.
That's crazy.
I lied. She's none of those things. She's absolutely batshit crazy, and we all love her for it. In other news, okay, this is a quick shift, but it's going to absolutely blow your freaking mind, okay? Remember I told you guys that Sora 2 got released last week, and there was the whole thing with iJustine. Apparently, iJustine is now like the second most followed person on Sora, by the way. Okay, so her not ad has her definitely at the top of a place that feels like it could be in that, but more on that later. There was a lot of mixed reviews about iJustine and her recording it. Some people were like, that's just what she does. She's a tech YouTuber. Other people have been like, dang, seeing the homie iJustine, the OG YouTuber, kind of fall into this pipeline where she's pushing out content for AI means that she's probably making the shift. And a lot of people said that she's been in that pipeline for a while, kind of what it is. But apparently there's still a net positive for her because the AI space is huge. Okay, it's growing. Even though there's a lot of people who hate AI, there's a lot more people and people who love it, who are not YouTubers, who are not creators, consumers, who do not care about the ethics of the product as long as they get to consume said product. That's a conversation for another.
Okay, he has a point. There's people out there that are just regular product consumers. And those regular product consumers are 9 times out of 10 somebody you know. Older people, younger people, much younger people, but 9 times out of 10, they're just regular product consumers. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Fat Man, what's the point of being part of this generation and realizing AI is stealing my friends and family and really bad for your health? Yeah, because AI is a bitch. But in reality, somehow we can't stop it, but we should be able to stop it. It just don't make sense.
Time, but apparently Sora's been in a lot of like big poo-poo because people have been using Sora 2 to bring people back to freaking life, including there's a couple clips here that I'll show you. There was cartoons, animations, SpongeBob, people committing crimes that are not alive. It's an absolute nightmare. Here's Sora 2 showing both Michael Jackson and Prince gloating about who had the better funeral.
Look, I'm just saying, more people showed up to mine. There were helicopters, the streets were blocked off. It was a whole world event. That's not shade, that's facts. Yours was cool, very intimate, very purple. But you know that...
What?
That's creepy.
That is not true.
Because it looks like
Michael wouldn't say facts.
Hey everybody, it's Michael. I just had to jump on here because I have been watching this YouTube channel. Bobby is cooking, and it is blowing my mind. The way he seasons, the love he puts into every dish.
It's just not Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson, the way he was talking would be like less than this. He talked less than this, and the smiling is too there.
Oh my God.
It's just, you can tell it's not real.
It's scary because you have a dead person basically saying to go watch a person's YouTube channel, right? Okay. The scary part is not if you're like, Omni, this looks like AI. Omni, I don't believe that, blah, 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 blah. The scary part is that it's still early. We're still early. Okay? I need you guys to look in the future. I need you guys, when this stuff gets polished, okay? I kept saying this last year and the year before when things in the spaghetti wasn't looking good, and I said it was early, and you guys were like, oh, it's growing. It's growing. And you still can tell, but it's getting a little weird, right? Gang Coffeezilla said, collective creativity of humanity. Other people's copyrighted works being recycled as an OpenAI's slot machine, where you guys can see that Sora by OpenAI is now one of the top apps. A lot of people are suggesting that Sora, or Sora 2, whichever you want to call it, is quite literally just an AI slot to get people to come in, just to basically feed their data centers, okay, for ChatGPT and all the rest of the AI. So it's kind of like a place where a playground where you can do whatever the hell you want with it, but to get people in. Apparently, if you sign up for Sora and you have a ChatGPT account or something, they make it so that if you uninstall Sora, then you lose ChatGPT too as well. It's like you get locked in forever. Something about losing something to your account as well. It's really weird when they make it difficult for you to leave, which is also interesting as well because I think Microsoft just did the same thing as well. This is a good pivot. The whole point is that Sora 2 is going absolutely wild. I think I talked about this to you guys briefly or not, but I don't know if you know, but Microsoft just recently raised their prices for their Game Pass. I think it was $19.99, it is now $29.99. Okay, people were wondering if they would lower it back because they've been boycotting. Well, Xbox is now punishing people who have boycotted and left the tier.
I believe it's over. I believe 100% that gaming is over. Gamers, if you're an Xbox supporter, go fuck yourself, I guess. If you're leaving Xbox, W for you. If you're okay with this shit, it's just so bad. Imagine Xbox penalizing you for leaving. Bitch, you better get the fuck up out of my face.
Okay, they made an announcement about the Game Pass saying recently you may have heard about the changes to the price of the Xbox Game Pass subscriptions. At this time, the increases will only affect new purchases and will not affect your current subscription for the market in which you reside. Suggesting that this is only for people who are going to come in, which is absolutely false and fake and phony, okay? This was going to be pushed nationwide for all the people who have it. Okay, let's just be real. But now they're saying no, this new price was only for people who weren't already grandfathered into the old plan, and now punishing people who were basically unrenewed in protest. And they're saying, like, yeah, if you do come back, now you gotta pay the $30 for the Game Pass. Should you cancel your plan and repurchase, you will be charged at the new current rate. That is a threat. That is a threat. And something about this does not feel right. I don't know about you guys, but this feels aggressively not right. If for any reason there may be changes to your existing account, we will notify you at least 60 days in advance, and you will have the option to cancel and change your subscription plan at any time. So it looks,
and this is why I don't support Xbox.
It's like they're saying that you have 60 days potentially to change your subscription plan back if you've already canceled it. I don't know. Thank you again for being an Xbox Game Pass subscriber. We'll continue to strive to deliver your high quality games. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I don't know how Xbox is going to survive this console war, but shut the hell up. This person said that they actually received this message, okay? It says here, basic, blah, 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 blah. Here's your current plan. Your subscription price is changing from $19.99 to $29.99.
30
okay? So people's like, yeah.
$31?
It was getting forcibly changed. Not the right response to me, in my opinion, by Xbox, okay? Jacking up your prices by literally 50%. No, not in this economy. Okay. We're in the field, guys, where everything is subscription, and you will own nothing and you will like it. You will not own houses. You will not own video games. Eventually, they're going to have subscription cars. Oh, wait, no, they already have that. It's called leases. You will not own anything.
What?
Everything will be a lease or a subscription. Will not own houses. You will not own video games. Eventually, they're going to have subscription cars. Oh, wait, no, they already have that. It's called leases. You will not own anything. Everything will be a lease or a subscription. And when they decide to remove that from you, you will be left with nothing because that's just the way of the world of how they want things to be. And you're going to have to like it and suck it up to it as well. So, I mean, I've never been a fan of Microsoft and Xbox, okay? It's been a big paperweight. Even not a huge fan of PS5 right now, but more so not of Xbox. Thought Game Pass was dope because it was so affordable, and now it's going to the unaffordable. And, yeah, a lot of people are stepping back from it. I'll let you guys know what comes of this. But it really does feel like the Xbox console is going to complete poop. Like, there's no point in having it outside of having a Nintendo Switch for Nintendo exclusives and maybe a Steam Deck if you want to play on your PC, but it doesn't feel worth it. That's all I got for today's video, okay? I can't keep this one long, okay?
Yeah, shout out to Omni, because he does his own thing. Let's get it. Fuck Xbox. Fuck Xbox. Oh yeah, this joint came up.
的活动呢，今天是邀请到人气 DJ 及
No subtitles? For real? Damn.
歌手魏如云、男团 Arcus、911
I don't know
的监
what's
制
going
等
on. It
等
looks
的
like GQ for like the Asian side.
明星来参与，而其中的一大
Asian boy Ray Kwai. Look at Ray. Ray gave 0 fucks. He just came out there wearing what he want to wear. God bless him.
就是最强高中生之称的网红瑞，首度在台亮相公开活动。
大家好，瑞。
是瑞，因为我们中文还不错，还是非常的好，对不对？还是很熟悉。
台湾长大。
对，那我想问一下瑞，你今天待会有3对3的来球赛事，待会你的神鞋会穿上吗？你的
神鞋？
对，可以让你3分球的那一双。
没有，我就随便穿这样。
好，可以看到瑞呢是穿着白色 T 恤，也在总编辑的带领之下，好好的逛了全部的展区，看起来对潮流是非常的感兴趣，还体验了赛车、电竞游戏等等。不过，当他看见特定的一间媒体来拍摄时，却是因为不满之前的报道，当场是用英文骂了脏话。而另外呢，他也将会参加明星3对3的。
Glasses look fucking ridiculous. I take them shits off. They look like a stereotype glasses.
篮球赛这一趟回台备受关注。
Shout out to Asian boy Ray. I wish this shit had captions. That shit totally took me the fuck out.
All right, so nobody can get past you.
Ain't nobody getting past
RDC. Right, so
nobody can get past you.
Ain't nobody getting past me. Better yet, I'll die before I let one of them little niggas past me. You hear me?
Okay, good. See, that's why we hired you.
What is this video? How security gotta be at young boy concert.
All right.
listen to none of that. Get it on in there. My hearts. If you guys can muster up the energy, the courage even to place your phone in this bowl.
Nigga, I'm putting my phone in shit, nigga. Watch out, nigga.
Amazing. Y'all go through. Yeah, I think it's an error. I was go ahead. You're good. You're clear. You're clear.
Oh my God.
Young ladies. Oh, if you could just put your phone in.
You trying to holler at my bitch?
No, what? I'm not sure how you came to that conclusion.
So basically, you saying I'm a bitch?
No, heavens no.
Heavens no.
Forgive me if that's what it felt like to you that I was doing. I was trying to mention to her if it was possible, and only if it was a possibility, that she could put her phone and her wallet in that bowl.
Bet. Stay right there.
Oh, I most certainly will not. Hey, Fred, hey, take over phone real quick. I got you.
All right, everybody step back.
That nigga dead. After the concert. Oh damn. Oh no, where's security? Security, that nigga had a gun. That nigga was security. Fuck me. Definitely gotta give it to Mark with that acting. Mark right here, clutching his fucking pearls. He said, "Oh my God." He said, "Oh my God, I gotta hide." Security, you gonna kill him. WRDC. RDC never fails to have fun with they shit. I gotta start making my descriptions like this now, cause they just skipping everything going past the click the links. For real. I have text, they don't got text. That's crazy. Skipping this one. Oh, let's go. Hi, I'm Jasmine. Let's go. First video.
Problem with talking fast. So if it bothers you, God, I'm so bored and there's nothing to watch on YouTube. Sure, whatever. Okay, so I have 1 minute to convince you to subscribe, and I'm already down 10 seconds because of the intro. I have a problem with talking fast, so if it bothers you, just let me know. My name is Jasmine, and I love to draw.
Shout out to Jasmine.
Obviously. I recently got into animating earlier this year, but it was like on and off. So if I had to total up how long I've actually been animating, it's probably been like, what, 2 months? Yeah, 2 months sounds right. Basically, this channel would be story times and my takes on things. So let's start at the beginning. Well, kind of the beginning. So when I was at the ripe age of 12 and totally obsessed with YouTube, my God, it was the only thing I watched. I discovered Jaden Animations and a whole bunch of other super cool storytime animators that made me want to do exactly what they were doing. But I had absolutely no idea where to start. 8 years later, and here I am, better late than never, am I right? Oh, while you're here, I also want to talk about something I've been working on for the past year, which is my very own animated pilot. I know, you don't have to tell me. Very bold, I know. Oh my god, everybody wants to do that. Yeah, okay. But you never know unless you try, you know what I mean? Go back to bed. No, I know I'm being loud, stop. Go to bed.
Why is there a whole pussy in my ear?
It's been going absolutely amazing so far, and I post about it on my art account, which I'll link down below if you're curious. I guess I wanted a separate channel for these story times because I do have another channel for all of the other stuff I'm talking about, like my animated pilot and stuff like that, but yeah, I wanted to keep it organized. But if you are curious, I'll link it down below so you can go check it out. Applications for helping out with it are closed. But if you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, this is so cool, like I have to be a part of it, you know, just email me. I check my email like every single day. I feel like there's so much talent in this world. You never know what you'll come across.
True.
You know what I mean? Okay, enough about that. How much time do we have?
End of the video. Shout outs to the channel. That was actually pretty good. I love good animations. All right, Agent Zero. Selling my 550,000 Ferrari. Whatever, let's go.
How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure. Almost damn near $1 million Ferrari.
Don't worry about all this. Okay.
Don't worry about all this.
Yeah,
we just been big into logos. Big into logos.
So, yeah, how you doing, man? Agent, nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I think I just seen you on Instagram. Was you with the shoes with the condom in it?
No, the shoes with the condom.
Somebody bought a pack of shoes with it had a condom in it. It was crazy.
Who did that? I don't know who did that.
Atlanta Autos is our extended family. So.
Oh, okay. That's the one I be going to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I seen last time I saw you on the stream, you took a girl to go buy some Porsche.
I mean, I ain't taking her to go buy one, but like I like going car shopping.
You know?
I go car shopping with the bros. So
that's his Ferrari, right?
Ferrari. Big dog. Hey, look, I'm not gonna press you about it because it's only $15, but you got this?
What is that?
The tow hitch?
I have no idea, man.
All right.
To be honest, I didn't touch that, so.
Don't worry about it. Forget I even asked.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's in great shape. Really the only thing wrong with it is the windshield. And we have a windshield coming in, so.
Windshield, because it cracked?
Yeah, I don't even know how, because it was parked. But I guess like a chip might have hit it, and then, you know, if it gets hot or whatever, it just kind of expands.
It seems like a hairline that just kept going and going and going.
Yeah. So I wish I caught it before. So yeah, I mean, I've had it for about 9 months. Audio's perfect.
You just done with it?
I don't know how to explain it, bro. I came
like
back.
I'm not mad at you at all.
Yeah, I came back home and I want to get rid of all of them, bro.
Not
Except the
TRX.
truck, because
Yeah,
I
not
need
a
that to
TRX.
tow, and like that's my most comfortable car. But like.
And in Georgia, with all these hills, it makes sense.
Yeah, like no, it's that. And honestly, because this one has the lift,
Front lift.
I had no problems. Actually, this car has more clearance than most of my cars. Because you just put it in lift mode, it won't scrape all. My Blackwing will scrape a little bit. This one will scrape too, but they're both on bags, so like you could raise them.
Yeah,
a
I
little
noticed
too.
that because this is already squatted and up in the front.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll get that fixed. So yeah, bro, like I don't know. I just came back home and I was like, damn, like I think the more I begin into racing, the less I want my road cars. So
what?
Yeah, it's like right now what I really want to get is like an M4 GT4 or M4 GT3.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
You were saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you actually like doing club races, like
Yeah,
actual track
yeah.
events.
I just got my license, so like now I'm in my bag. So I know realistically I'm not gonna take this racing. You know, nobody would take this racing. So this is more like
You know
for
what's
looks
crazy?
and speed.
You got it to take this racing.
And which is crazy.
You do got it to take this racing.
And like it's just fast though. Like it's crazy. There's a dealership in Atlanta. It's a Rolls Royce. It's Rolls Royce dealership, and right beside it is Aston Martin. Right beside it is Koenigsegg. Right beside it is Lamborghini. And this was out of all the cars there, this was the fastest car. Thank you. This is the fastest car on the lot.
What I don't get is if you're actually into cars, how the hell you haven't came to our showroom?
Well,
I mean, I got Bugattis under one roof, Koenigsegg's, Pagani Utopias. That don't like.
Nah, I mean neither. I didn't know about it. Honestly, if I did, I would have. Yeah. I would have at least stopped by, you know.
Nah, but it's a beautiful spec. At least you spec'd it properly. Grigio Scuro, you got high gloss wheels. Carbon is for every Ferrari symbol so far that I've seen.
Yeah, this is like a subtle. You know, it's a Ferrari. It's gonna get hella looks, but like, there's bolder looks. Like if you want more looks and stuff like that, everyone goes red or.
I have a 765 as my personal.
Oh, fire.
I won't give it up for nothing.
Yeah.
I've actually gave it up before, and then I had to go buy it again because I realized I fucked.
Yeah, well, hopefully I don't feel the same way about this. So the windshield should arrive in like 5
I'm not gonna lie to
days.
you. I'm not much of a
As
car
some of you
guy.
already know, I'm dyslexic. Since I started using Grammarly Pro, I have never felt more confident.
Okay.
So the windshield should arrive in like 5 days.
I don't know much about cars, but they're really doing their
I was
thing.
gonna drop it off with Ferrari because I was gonna be in China anyway. So, but you guys can just pick it up. It's already paid for.
Yeah, it's up to you. So how do you want to do this? Because I could have a truck, maybe perhaps pick it up from here, but with this crazy ass driveway, maybe not.
No. Yeah, we could take it. We could take it down and pick it up from there. A truck's not gonna make it up here.
Yeah, at
without
all,
a lot
period.
of trouble. Yeah.
All right, and then my last question to you is, you have in your email documents to go ahead and complete getting rid of this Ferrari
see
here, sir.
it.
Are you
No.
sure this is what you want to do?
That's a nice Ferrari.
I'm sure. I don't have like, you know, it's crazy. This car I feel less emotional attachment to because it's pretty stock. It's actually entirely stock. But like these ones, once I mod them a lot and like personalize them, that's when like it, you know, hurts a little bit more to sell them.
Because you put the effort into it.
Yeah, like even this one, I didn't do too much crazy stuff to this car, but like, it's like
Nah, you
make
put the
it
2 wheels in the back.
Yeah,
you painted your all of the exterior accents.
Yeah, I gave it like a little Baja look, but so I mean, yeah, I think road cars like unless it's like a dream car of mine, like an R34 GTR or like a Lamborghini Diablo, like I just
Lamborghini Diablo.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me you got a. Don't tell me you got an R34.
R34 sounds crazy.
It might be white with a kit.
Okay.
But I didn't
You
say
see
that.
that?
V-Spec 2?
Nah. It's not a V-Spec 2.
Okay.
It is a GTR, but it's not a. Actually, it might be a V-Spec 2. It's not a Nürburgring.
Okay, yeah.
Nürburgring is the one that pulls all the. Nürburgring don't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, and it dropped in price too.
The dudes who spent 500 on it, I promise they're sick.
Right
That's the same as the dude who spent $1 million on this.
Yeah, like literally, yeah. But that's why, like, there's some, like, for example, like the 812. Like, there's some Ferraris that I really like, but I just rather wait.
812
Ferrari
is a grown man's car. When you get
R34.
to that age group that you feel like you don't necessarily need to be outside, but when you are outside, you might want a little attention. That's what you get.
Yeah, the 812.
This is
it's
like
flashy. It's flashy.
This big bro. 812 is
Yeah.
Borderline OG.
Yeah, this is big bro. This is big bro. This is big bro.
812 borderline OG.
Damn, Chad. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think this is what they're talking about when they say 812.
I don't care. Like I thought I would care. I don't care.
I mean, you.
But I love the car though. But like, I dead ass love this car.
I think that's the 812.
And I love that car.
I googled it.
This car.
My TRX carries the most special place in my heart because I get missing. It sounds like nothing out there, and you could drive over anything that's in front of you.
Anything, bro.
So that's irreplaceable.
Yeah. The only thing I might do is change the wheels on that. But
my word of advice, and this is chat. You don't matter. Word of advice to any single person I talk to that's capable or dreaming of buying: don't do battery.
Don't do battery.
Yeah. All right, so this is hybrid.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do is force an agenda of electricity onto people who like engines. Right?
Yeah, they all everything's hybrid now.
So because they keep forcing that agenda and the world's not exactly ready for it, there's too many tweaks and bugs. They all start to do that. Even Revuelto. Revuelto will end up being an SF90, and what's crazy is I prefer an SF90 because most of the specs that they do on them, stupid.
Spectacular.
If you go limited production gas motor, it's just gonna keep going up.
Yeah, I personally don't. I'll be honest, them hybrids is fast nowadays.
No, they get missing. It's just the value get missing too.
Yeah. But you just have to buy it like you don't
buy
have
it
to be the
accordingly.
first one to buy
Yeah,
it.
don't be the first.
Yeah, I know when the Porsche come out with the GT2 RS, it's gonna be.
This is a lot of convo, a lot of debating over cars, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm stunting. Like my brain is going like, I'm having like 5 packs of gas, which I understand because they're talking about cars. I'm not a car guy. I've never been a car guy my entire life. I think I like cars for like aesthetic. I like a Lamborghini, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Or like old school Lamborghinis.
Be hybrid, but it's probably gonna be fucking amazing.
Yo, this dude knows cars.
Yeah, like that's the one. I'm waiting for that one. I'm waiting for that one, bitch. Yo, when Porsche,
you know what happened?
That,
when he went to that Porsche dealership with the girl that got him. That's what happened.
No, I've always wanted a GT2 RS since they made the last one, but back then I couldn't afford one.
Hey, when that last one, that's a car you should buy. Because when
I
the new
bought
one
this
comes
car,
out,
as soon as I signed the paperwork, one came in the showroom.
Crazy as hell.
I'm like, damn. But he's a good dude though. He let me like start it up and like, you know what I'm saying? And it felt like that's my body entirely. So like, that's the type of car. Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
The body. That's what got me.
Bro.
Coming out my body.
Okay, but anyway, let me show you. Yeah. So I mean, I personally love this spec for the SF90. There was a few in the place I bought it from, but a lot of them is kind of like generic spec. But yeah, the one benefit of this one is obviously it's gonna have the lift kit. You won't be scraping a lot. In fact, I never scrape in this car.
This is a Fioriano?
No.
Or you just put the wing?
No. Everything came with the factory.
Okay, so they put the carbon wing on. All right, so usually this means Fioriano. And
Fioriano.
The thing about Fioriano is even though it costs you an extra $30, it gets rid of the lift. So nobody and their mother wants a Fiorano because you have no lift. And you
Yeah,
keep talking about using a lift.
That's
I'm
the
like,
performance one, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they all the
this is
same.
not-
It's
this is
just a
not
little
Fiorano.
lighter.
This is not a Fiorano. Yeah.
It's a little light. Nobody wants the performance one. If you want a performance
Yeah,
one,
why
you
did
get
they?
an XX.
I know it's to reduce on weight, but like, damn, though, it should be an option.
You mean to tell me you reduce the weight by giving away a key feature?
A key feature, bro. Nobody wants to.
take the Bluetooth.
Nobody's trying to scrape their Ferrari, man. But yeah, I personally, my favorite part is just the carbon badge is just so fire.
Now, carbon. You have carbon plaque up front, carbon badge on the side. The entire wing is carbon.
Yeah.
Let me see the interior.
Yeah. Pop it open.
Yeah, carbon seats. This is a nice spec.
Carbon. Yeah.
This isn't just a wallet,
God
it's a rare
damn.
find. There's something different about owning something almost nobody else has. That's why when Ridge dropped their limited
You know what I didn't check for? Does this have JBL? Yes, it does.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you. When I got the car, they kept something was wrong with like the media console, but they finally fixed it. It took them like.
Why, right?
No, I don't know why.
Hybrid. I blame
Yeah,
everyone.
it generally could be, but as soon as they fix it, cause like I mean, it's nice to listen to the car, but damn, like I want to hear music too, and yo, there's nothing like it.
You didn't do anything to this motor-wise?
No, I was very tempted to mod it crazy and stuff like that.
Flames.
But I just didn't. I didn't do it.
Fire. Bang.
Yeah, everyone was trying to. They're like, bro, you could do it. Send it to my tuning shop.
I'll do it for free. Just shout us out.
I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't do it. But yeah, man, this is my baby right here. I'm be honest. I'm not afraid to drive my cars. So like all of them, I don't care what car it is.
The 765 top down, I did 193 on a closed track.
I almost went for that. I was debating between that or this one when I was shopping. Anyway, let's start it up. Last start up, Chad.
Yeah, you need to like rub the steering wheel or anything.
Yeah, maybe a goodbye.
You need to play your favorite song one more time.
No, for the last time, you gotta put it in qualifying. Damn. Yo. I was never a guy that sold cars. Oh no, we're not there yet.
No.
Yeah. That's on the drive down. Chad, y'all know I never really sell my cars. I just kind of buy the ones I really like. But instead of buying cars I really like, I'm only gonna buy cars that I always dreamt of getting. So it's probably gonna be older cars realistically. But I'll have my track car. That's gonna be for the track. Damn. I remember the feeling when I first got inside this, bro. It felt like a spaceship. I mean, it still does. Yeah. Damn, it is perfectly spec too, bro.
You signed already, right?
Nah. Yeah, I'll make sure to sign. Nah, W's though, bro. Shout out Nick Beasy in the chat, bro. He's a good dude, man. He's the one who connected me. He literally was watching the stream while I went to the other dealership, and and he's like, bro, I could see if somebody else would be willing to buy it. They could probably offer more. And then
You know what's crazy? To look at the AMP niggas, they got dumb money. They have dumb money. These niggas have dumb money. It's not even like, oh, it's money. No, they have dumb money. They have money that they can buy cars, houses, all these investments and shit, and it's fucking insane. Oh. Yeah.
And I said, bro, go for it. And then literally like the next day he hit me up and said, would you be willing to sell for this? And I was like, yeah. I would. Show the whip. Chad, this is gonna be the last time. Damn, it is a nice spec, bro. Black wheels with a black caliper, like.
Car sick. You know what is missing?
Right.
Even though the rims look great.
I agree, low-key.
Black rims, nice fitment, done. I agree.
The shit look like it's gray. It's like more like gray.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, Chad. It gets to a point, bro. I deadass have 8 cars, man. You can't justify that. I don't care who you are, bro. You cannot justify that. 8 is insane. Like, sure, some of them was a tax write-off, and sure, I got lots of content from them, and sure, Lil Uzi did say that one thing about the Ferrari. He did say that, bro.
You're the richest nigga in AMP.
Yo, he was on Kai's stream, and he said, oh, that's hey, that's the nigga with the Ferrari. I said, yeah.
You're the richest nigga. Richest nigga out of all y'all with the Ferrari. 8 cars? Listen, I don't even got 1 car. 0. But 8 is ridiculous. And he said, but some of them were tax write-off, and I made content with some of them, which is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that.
Revit, yeah, I'll tell you this. SF90 is a fucking phenomenal car. One thing it sucks with is exhaust. Exhaust is very underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming.
Yo, it's the same thing with the McLaren. You know what I tell him?
Yeah.
It's more of a looker.
It's more of
a looker.
It's more of a looker, man.
That I get missing right now.
Yeah. Wow, bro. All right, let's drive it. Let's drive it down. So what do you need from me? I can sign all the forms online as soon as I can get off stream. I can sign all the forms online.
Literally, in 2025, it's super easy. You open your email, you're gonna click, 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 and then boom, you done.
How are you guys gonna pick up the windshield?
Windshield, it gets delivered to Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if anything, you could give me your Ferrari rep, and I'll speak to him and see if he could either have it just delivered to us as opposed to his dealer or our Ferrari store. That's easy.
Okay.
You don't worry about that. Just make sure I got the number.
You have Jake's number, right?
Yeah.
All right, he can be the one to do that. All right, we can head back down. Yeah, this one actually sounds good. That's called having a Hellcat motor in your car, man. Yeah.
No batteries.
That's a good sounding car right there. Chat, we're gonna take it down and we're gonna say one last goodbye. Hey, shout out to the dealership, by the way.
It's good.
I've never had.
He got the same thumbnail, so we good.
Oh, you did? Okay, fire. Okay, I'll meet you guys down at the bottom, right?
All right, so right in.
Say goodbye.
Let me put one last fingerprint on it, man. Right over here.
Don't look at me too long when
I'm gonna stare, probably.
I forgot AMP literally lives on a fucking hill. Like, they live on a hill.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Agent selling his cars. But you know what? So eventually you got to. Like, nigga, you make too much damn money, you probably gonna buy another one. Tom Holland calls Zendaya his girl.
Tom Holland is making sure everyone knows his relationship status. The Spider-Man No Way Home star adorably corrected a journalist who referred to Zendaya as his girlfriend while speaking on a panel. In a clip shared to X September 29th,
Tommy
the reporter
boy.
tells Tom, I brought my daughter and she got to meet your girlfriend, so I was father of the year. But in response to the story, Tom laughed off the label before correcting fiance.
Fiance, bitch.
The actor would want to set the record
Fiance.
relationship with Zendaya, which was first made public in 2021. After all, his dad Dominic Holland made it clear that a lot of thought went into his proposal, which happened over the 2024 holiday season. Dominic wrote in a Patreon post back in January, quote, he had purchased a ring, he had spoken with her father, and gained permission to propose to his daughter. Tom had everything planned out: when, where, how, what to say, what to wear. And Zendaya is equally as pumped to show off proof that she's headed down the aisle. The actress was the one who put the spotlight on her new milestone back in January when she stepped out at the 2025 Golden Globes, rocking her massive 5-carat diamond on that finger.
I gotta give it to Tom though. He's like, my fiance, not my wife. You know what I mean? But that's good W, mans. You gotta get that W energy. Alright, chat. I've been streaming for a while. We're gonna get back to everything tomorrow. It is late. It is like 11:30 New York time. Your boy is out. Have a good night. Be well. Be positive. Be beautiful. Remember to love, cherish, and all that. I'm gonna just tune it out for a second. Let me just... Where am I? I'm trying to get like a song. Give me a second, chat. Yo, chat, have a good one. It's been a good enjoyment. Be well, be awesome, be incredible, stay good. We out, y'all. Peace. I love y'all. Good energy and good facts. Yo, stay tuned.
Like a full moon. Most my niggas really gone too soon. Gotta watch your back twice. Niggas smile with a knife. Think it's better that I give them some room. I'm with my goons, and I do it better with distance. I've been more focused on business. I do not do inconsistence. No, I never been weak, stay strong. You been doing this for weeks so long. You put something in my cup, I can never get enough. Tell me why you never do no wrong. I've been running through the streets, my town. People really telling me slow down. She already know my place, I'ma give her a little taste. If she put it in my face, might drown. Oh, I fade the black, I'm empty. I'm on attack, it's instinct. I can't imagine switch teams. I cannot fathom what this means. I'm always after get green. I need the bag to make dreams. Things ain't always what it seems. I'm out here weighing triple beams. Don't you get too comfortable. That's when they gon' come for you. Keep twin nines and multiples, not one or two. I ain't catch a charge yet. Who gon' put the battery in my back? Finger on the holster, keep your friends close. Enemies closer to the strap. I've been learning from mistakes, oh my. They just really wanna take what's mine. Bitches telling me I can't, wait. Bitches showing me I can't confide. Back, give me space and time. Tryna stay out the mix. Niggas ain't down for tricks, need pounds and bricks. Came from the mud, made a house of sticks. I've been feeling like a full moon. Most my niggas really gone too soon. Gotta watch your back twice, niggas smile with a knife. Think it's better that I